Last time, we started unraveling the mystery of our past lives, and we found a fourth party member. What will today bring us? Hi, I'm Nick, and this is Classical Studies on Retro Games with Nick. Welcome back to, I believe this is part 5 of our Planescape Torment playthrough. Yeah, that sounds right. Let's just jump right in. So after doing all of that stuff in the catacombs last time, we needed to talk to Anna to have her show us where she found her body. So where's the place where you found my body? The spot where I found your body lies behind the painted door in the Hive Red Light District. The door is on the northern street, north and east of the smoldering corpse bar. Beyond the door is an alley where I found your body. Strange place it is, not many Berks will go there. Strange place, how? Some Berks with less courage than me say it's all haunted it is. Anna spits and makes a semicircle over her heart. It's wash. Sometimes the wind blows through the alley and makes weird sighing noises, but that doesn't mean there's specters and haunts and the like. Alright, let's move on.
Alright.
I guess it's not gonna take me there directly, which is what I thought last time. We still have to hoof it up. Which means we have to figure out where's the exit trigger. There.
Done.
Alright, in terms of our journal, this we found. We need to find the decanter of endless water somewhere. We found Soego, so we should tell Emmerich, as well as tell on Farad about where he found all these bodies, which is not great. And then I will let the other underworld boss and the collectors kind of just figure it out on their own. Nope. That's the crazy woman. So we now have a thief in our party, so we'll finally be able to start looking for traps and the like. Yeah, I'm not fighting any of you. We're good. Alright. Do want to go to Sharegrave. Skip, are you able to navigate this on your own? No, you are not. You're not. Oh, I need to find some junk. Oh, that's a problem.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
There's gotta be a spare source of junk somewhere, right? Oh, don't tell me we have to go all the way back.
Alright.
It's not necessarily, although do you have some junk in here? Thank God, okay. Also I got a shit ton of stuff.
And do your will be done.
Grab the junk.
Done.
Bail.
Done.
Thrust the junk. Alright. Now that we're here, he should be able to navigate back to the spot. The man nods the slightest greeting. Have you done what I asked of you? Find out what he's up to? Yes. Fair supply of dead bodies is coming from the catacombs beneath Sigil. He makes a lot of junk-studded corpses the dustmen already buried back to them.
Updated my journal.
He says wide and surprised and he begins to shout, How in Bator did he get down there, the piking bastard? His bolt hole is actually a cavern complex that leads to a small city block buried beneath Red Pick Square. From there is a gate that leads down into the catacombs. Cannot believe the bastard's luck. Now that his secret's out, how much longer can it last? Soon the man is laughing merrily. You're right, here's your junk cutter, enjoy it.
I'm gone.
Oh, here. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Gathering Dust Bar first.
All right. Done.
Is that right? Yep. Alright, so we gotta go talk to Emmerich. Actually, no. Who wanted to know stuff? No, it was Emmerich. I spoke to Farrod and discovered where Farrod is getting the bodies he brings to you. Where'd the bodies he brings us come from? I really have no reason to lie. They come from the catacombs beneath Sigil. He's taking the bodies you have buried and selling them back to you. When you bury them again, he just digs them up again. Emmerich falls silent. He's staring at you with a stony gaze, and you're suddenly struck with a feeling that his eyes is burrowing into your skull. Emmerich nods. You have done a service for the Dustman. Removes his hand from his sleeves and lets his long sleeves drape across the table like a curtain. When he pulls them back, a small lapis lazuli coffin lies upon the table. It is a tiny thing barely 2 inches wide and 3 inches long. The Dustman symbol is engraved on the coffin. Pick up the box. As you pick up the coffin, it chirps, unfolds, and dissolves into a stream of 100 copper pieces, which you, somehow, manage to keep from spilling across the floor of the bar. How all these coins fit into the tiny coffin is beyond you. Alright. And then the other person... Oh, it was Emmerich too. I found Soego. Found him in the catacombs beneath Sigil. Why is he there? He has discovered a group of undead guardians. That's a good question. Like, I don't necessarily want to buff the Dead Man, and I don't particularly care for the Dustman in the first place. So I will say, I do not wish to say I would draw my request to join the Dustman. I will take my leave there. But then the quest is... No. It's considered completed, I guess. Okay. Yeah, that feels good. I didn't want to bust those ghouls and undead business. It did not. Was not worth it. Oh yeah, so we should go to the Hive Market.
All right.
Which I guess we cannot directly go to the southwestern portion. So yeah, let's go to the southeastern. But before we explore this place, which is where I think she found us, let's go to the market.
Done.
Okay. I think here's something I could do here. Okay, identify first of all. That's good. It pays off for the identify. Same thing. Or no, maybe that's the cost of identifying things. Anything else to identify this time? No. Oh shit. That map's worth a lot of jink. Two to 9 slashing, usable only by fighter. I will equip that. And I will just... I need to start dropping some stuff, I think. It's really just wasting a lot of space that I have. Like the Dragon Note from Farad. Anybody else has anything to sell? Ooh, I can give her that. Alright, let me equip the axe. Might as well sell the bow dagger and the scalp too. You know, these knives. You go to you. Copy the spell. Is she double wield? That's a good question. No, this is not usable by priest, but somehow she can't use it either. I feel like I wish there was a way of just tossing this stuff. Talk to the guy again. Sell this. Ooh, actually, we'll keep the bone dagger for now. That. He's not gonna buy anything else off of me. So I should just toss these keys. Dragon Note. Oh, you can identify. Safe against poison. Yeah. You have a ring? No. Here you go. You get a ring now. The left arm I'm gonna drop. This knife I'm gonna drop. I'll keep the sanctity. The iron spike I'm gonna drop. Alright. Anything else I can sell you? No. Let's find someone else who's gonna buy. What about you? No, you don't want to buy my rings. What about you? Oh, Mebeth, the midwife of the square, needs some herbs sprung from the seed here. Can you help me? The man takes the seed, looks at it critically. As he presses it between his thumb and forefinger, he winces and a small drop of blood appears on his thumb. Ah, the seed's got a bite on it. I noticed that. You have the herbs she's talking about? He can't seem to take his eye off the seed. Lad, I don't know if there's anyone who has what your friend seeks. To be square, I've never seen such a seed before. You will need someone who cultivates seeds such as this, for I have none. Very well. Where would I find such a person?
Updated my journal.
Don't know the dark of that, friend. He hands the seed back to you. You'd be hard-pressed to find a gardener in the hive. Maybe Morte for... Oh, yeah, that's good. I forgot about Morte for trees. Oh, this is still the plates and things. No, I'll keep my copper. I don't want to buy a limb. But there's no guy that I could... No, there was someone I could sell my... Oh. I've merchant. You just sell fish. What about you? Aha! Sell. Alright. Okay. So let's go talk to Morte for trees, or whatever his name is.
Done.
He was around here-ish last time I saw him. Arlet. Morte for trees. Morte for trees smiles widely upon seeing you. Ah, my friend, you've returned. Something you wished of me? Yes, I had some questions. I need some herbs sprung from the seed. Can you help me? Morte for trees takes the seed from you and holds it up to his eye. What an odd seed. Are those teeth along the edge? Barbs, perhaps. Where'd you come by it, friend? Old Mebeth, the midwife of the square, needs some herbs sprung from that seed. Do you know where I could get some? No. Morte for trees continued to stare at the seed in his hand. This is the only seed of its kind I've ever seen. Ah! He winces and a spot of blood glistens on his thumb. The barbs on it are sharp indeed. Perhaps you should hold it. So you can't help me either? Unless you can make that one grow, I cannot. Again, I've never seen a seed like it before, friend. Is there any way to make it grow faster? Perhaps, if you cared enough to see it grow. Focus on the seed, will it to grow. To your surprise, there is a crack and the seed splits, twigs splitting from its surface like fingers. Instinctively, you drop the seed, but a talon-like twigs wrap around your wrist and will not let go. What the hell?
Updated my journal.
Morte for trees stare at the barbed branches wrapped around your wrist, stunned. I think the barbs on those new branches would be more than enough for what your friend needs. I hope she can get this thing off of me. Look, before I go, I had some questions. Never mind. Talk to him again. And I want to ask Anna to help you. What? You can't be serious now. I am, Anna. I'd be grateful if you could just see to give him a first thought of truth. As a favor to me, if for no other reason. A smirk at last gives way to a smile. Ah, to batter with it. If you're so sodden caught up in it all, why not? Sure, I'll care about your trees, Cutter. But you owe me for my time, you do. Any change in the trees yet? Yes, friend, there has been. It's so slight you can barely see it, but look. Fresh sap from the trunk and a handful of new buds. It's only a matter of time now. I thank you again for giving me hope once more. Alright. I'm not in a rush to continue my best, I think. When you first what you first took to be a door in this archway is actually a painting. The artist has made use of the shadows of the overhanging arch and some subtle texturing effects to give the door the illusion of substance. Are you sure this is the door, Anna? Aye, it's been smeared with barmy paints from the starved dogs. It has. It's a real door until you look at it, then it turns into a painting. How did they do that? Anna shrugs. There's stranger things in the Plains. She only frowns. You might as well ask how you got yourself out of the dead book after I was sure you were dead. So this door, I just don't look at it and then open it? Anna glances at the door, then nods. That's the dark of it, if chant can be true. Alright then, I'll do what you say, you just... Hold on! Anna stops you before you reach for the door. This is the only path I know to reach the place to find your corpse, but it's not the safest road, aye? Are you sure you're ready? I'm not here to play your minder, no matter what the old stutter crutch says. What's beyond this door that's so dangerous? Chaos Man, Anna whispers. Barmy as they come, barking wild in the day and night, ready to either paint you with colors or crack your brain box with a chamber pot. Dangerous bloods they are. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go. You close your eyes, reach for a door, and fumble around. To your surprise, you find a handle. With a slight tug, the door opens. A narrow passage leads into the building, and from within you can hear distant howling. You have to head on in. Whoa. That's creepy. Tiefling painter. You see a slender tiefling girl standing with her back to you. You notice that both her hands and the appended table in front of her are smeared with a fresh coat of what appears to be pig paint. She seems oblivious to your approach. Greetings. At the sound of your voice, the girl turns her head to regard you. Her face, though somewhat dirty and spattered with drops of pink, is strikingly beautiful. She flashes you a wide, mischievous smile, then returns her attention to the makeshift canvas. I had some questions. Okay, she's just immersed in whatever she's doing. Oh, door here. Nothing of interest. Oh. Brah.
I hear your words.
Loot.
Done.
Take these coppers. Are you looking for traps?
Aye?
Done.
And let me also make sure in the options that the auto pause activates. Yeah, okay. If I found a trap. Why not? Tiresias. You see an aging man dressed in tattered rags. As you draw nearer, you discover that he is missing both of his eyes. The scar tissue of his eyelids has receded into his empty sockets, giving the features of macabre appearance of a decaying skull. Greetings. Torment turns in your general direction. His arms are stretched as if feeling for you. Darkness, who be in voice. The friend words I'll speak of you and call chaos. Speak the words of chaos and you call me friend? Is this jumbled up scramble speak really necessary? The old man cocks his head to one side, his sightless gaze fixed on empty space. Chaos of you are not. Not! Pots not! Has everyone here lost their minds? Walk, not talk. Talk is complete. Completed to completion. He turns his back to you, apparently done with the conversation. Let's try being threatening, just to see if we can extend the discussion further. Look, old man, you better give me some straight answers or you'll soon be missing more than just your eyes. The old man seems outraged by your threat. No friend you be and no friends have you here. Friends I have and friends I call. Leave quickly. Or not, I guess.
Damn.
I mean, you're the one who attacked me, so, hey. Sybil. You see a figure hidden amidst the shadow in the corner of the room. As you draw near, a young woman steps out to reveal herself. She is dressed in a loose-fitting tunic, which, together with her short-cropped hair and the slender frame, gives her rather boyish appearance. I wouldn't go in there if I were you, she nods in the direction of the door in the south wall. Why, what's beyond the door? She winces at the sound of your voice, putting a finger to her lips to indicate silence. She pauses for a moment, then answers in a hushed voice. A whole mess of them howling lunatics, that's what. Looks like they're having some sort of gathering. Won't be able to get through the alley until they clear out. Who are you? My name's Sybil. She whispers quietly, then spits into her palm and reaches out to clasp your hand. What are you doing in here? What does it look like I'm doing? I'm hiding. I came in here looking for food. You notice that as she speaks, her right hand moves instinctively to the patch on her waist. Only the barking idiots in the next room showed up and decided to throw a party on the front doorstep. Now I'm trapped in here and can't get out. You're looking for food, eh? What's in the pouch? She seems about to respond, but stops herself short. She eyes you for a moment, then shrugs her shoulders. Alright, so I'm a thief. A girl's gonna earn her living somehow. What's it to you, anyway? You're obviously not Harmonium, and you're definitely not with the savages in there. You're right, I don't belong here either. Do you know of any other way to get through to the alley? There may be another way to get past these animals without a fight. There is another door that leads in there. From what I was able to see, there are a stack of wooden crates along the same wall as the other door. It may be possible to sneak from that door to the exit on the other side of the room. There is only one problem. Where would that be? The door is locked. I tried it. My guess is that the key is in one of the thugs upstairs. I'm not at all coved enough to go up there looking for it, though. If the key's up there, I'll find it. If you do manage to live long enough to find the key, the door is in a room to the southeast. I'll be watching from the shadows. If you can unlock the door and make it out to the alley one place, I'll be right behind you. I'll take a silver bracer. And some copper. Yeah. Oh. That's the locked door, okay.
Just folly. I will hear you.
Alright, I'm not gonna go in that room. Instead, let's go upstairs. I guess I'll take a dagger. Ah, damn it.
Right.
Girl.
I'm here.
Done.
You can attack this trap?
See that?
I'm hurt.
I should do something about that. Let's use the involvement fluid. Put the blood sherbet here too.
I'm hurt.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I
I'm
just
gone.
sneezed there for a second. Yeah, quick loot is bad. Let's move up.
Aye, what?
So how do I... Okay, let me look at the shortcuts for a second. I don't see trap detection. Yes.
All right.
What you be wanting now?
Is that working? Yeah, you're currently detecting traps.
I'm gone.
Yeah, let's fight on our turf.
Balance in all things. I shall serve.
Oh, he's low on spells, so.
In Zerzamon's name.
Ah, damn.
Damn it.
Critical hit. No, that's fine, that's fine.
I'm hurt.
Boy, this guy really hurts, huh? Holy shit. Damn.
Another trip to the mortuary. Looks like beauty sleep hasn't helped you any.
Is there an autosave by any chance? Probably not. Oh, no. Let's see.
I'm gone.
Or I guess it was right before it, so kind of works out. So here's the thing, how do I decide in these formations who's in which spot, you know? Maybe like this? Yeah.
I'm hurt.
Holy shit! Who is that? Starved. Oh, it's a veteran, I bet.
This is what I get for getting into a scrape.
Jeepers.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Oh, bandages up here too.
This is what I get for getting into a scrape.
The fiendling.
Holy shit!
I hear your words. I'm wounded. The rock seems true.
Jeepers! Can I rest? Was there a shortcut for resting? Yeah, you can't just rest in the middle like a Baldur's Gate or something. Ooh.
All right.
Seemed like a right enough sort.
The
I'm
fuck?
gone.
Oh, we found a tenement key. What does the current status in Balm do? I have no idea, but I'm gonna take a gander. And say, I'm gonna bail from this area for now. Oh, that's the same map. Just laid out like that, huh? Okay, and... no, let's actually go through the market again so we can buy a bunch of stuff.
I'm gone.
Like, I'm sure that there are some things that I must be doing wrong. You sell weapons and just weapons, right? Yeah. So you're the one who sells... No...
Jellied Hydra eyeballs in aspirin.
Ah, you're the one. Okay.
Tried. Delicious.
And then switch to, I don't know, you actually. Buy another 20. Alright. now we go
I'm
back
gone.
to the flop house.
I'm gone.
That's alright, I'm not gonna fight you this time. And I'm gonna take a long ass nap.
I will hear you.
Which is helpful because it means that his spells also have reset.
Done.
Honestly, spell slots
gone.
are like one of D&D's stupidest thing. I hate them. For how restrictive they are, they just don't give you
I'm gone.
enough power with them at low levels. Spell points are a much better variant where, you know, you can just cast a whole bunch of spells however you want, as long as you have a certain magic capacity for it. Then maybe that's my hill to die on, but
I'm gone.
and over here. Back in.
I'm gone.
I am still half tempted to switch the difficulty to maybe a little lower. Like, we're not in this for the combat. Oh, bro, use the damn key.
Done.
Is it not this key? No, apparently not.
All right. Die.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Oh, thank God. Don't get a lot more HP, but it's something. So that leads to the barking dogs, which I definitely do not want to do. Girl has just disappeared. I don't understand. I have a key. Maybe it's not the right key? There's nothing else on this floor. Oh, there was something else on this floor, maybe in here? No. Just an enemy. Am I missing something? Like, I got the key. Maybe it's because it's in the quick items, but... What happens if I select
I'm
just you and go open this? I have a freaking key, man. You have not done this to me before. What's happening? Okay, so let me quick save real quick. But this is gonna open the door on the... Oh. Okay, never mind. It was this door.
Aye? Right.
Okay, so we've opened this. Now what?
I'm gone.
Am I
Ready.
something? No.
I'm gone. All right.
Well, we made it out the other side, I guess. I must say, Cutter, I'm impressed. I thought for sure those animals would chew you up for good. Well, I guess I should thank you. She pauses for a moment, then reaches into her pouch and pulls forward a small green gemstone. Here, this one's on the dogs. See you around, Cutter. Farewell,
Updated
Sybil.
my
Learn some
journal.
new tricks?
Backstab multiplier increased by 1. 20 thief skill points gained. Oh, I see. Honestly, let's put it all in the tech traps. That's the main thing I want you for. This massive iron gate is rusted shut. There's no way it'll open. Oh,
I'm gone.
Let's barge into someone's house. Oh, there's
Done.
a dead Dabus. Oh. Nothing in the chest. Nothing in here, too.
All right.
I guess they're renovating this area or some shit. I guess that's probably, yeah, because I don't think there's a passage there. Okay. Hold on, let's keep going down this way. This is the place. I found you lying right where we stand. What the fuck? You stare in awe at the bizarre spectacle before you. What had appeared to be an ordinary, unremarkable brick wall now throbs and pulsates with movement. The wall expands with curious elasticity, heaving outward as if some unseen force were trying to push its way through the barrier from the other side. Slowly, the undulating mass begins to settle, its curves becoming more and more pronounced, and you find yourself at eye level with a stony caricature of a human face. What is that? I don't know. Anna stares at the face in disbelief, her hands nervously fingering her daggers. But I'm for leaving before we find out, aye? Not just yet, there is something... Suddenly, a strong breeze begins to blow around you, and the air is filled with an eerie sighing. The rushing wind grows stronger, and you can make out other sounds as well. The creaking of boards, the rustling of leaves, and the grinding of stone upon stone. After a few moments, the clamor ceases to be a cacophony of individual noises and begins to blend into one articulate sound. You can make out a voice that speaks softly, It seems to come from all around you at once. You? It cannot be you. Do you know me? The wind around you has stopped, but the voice still somehow present. You are restored again. I saw you destroyed. Who are you? I am I. The voice is as expressionless as the stone face before you. What are you? I am I. Okay. Where am I? You stand on me, in me. The stones, mortar, the air. All me undivided. You said you saw me destroyed? Where? I saw you destroyed here in front of me. I see all within me. You know what happened to me? Things that cast no shadow were a shadow. They rose around you, tore you down. Do you not remember? You concentrate on the strange voice composed of sounds around you. Somewhere in the deepest recesses of your mind, there's a brief glimmer of recollection. You feel as though there is something vaguely familiar about the sounds. Close your eyes and try to remember. Oh, it's these things, the ones that will carry it. Yes, you remember. The voice of the alley rings in your ears, scattering the images from your mind and returning you back to the present. Destroyed. As soon as shall be, I cannot delay division much longer. Pressure builds. Soon stones will crumble and the floating ones will repair me to destruction. You're dying? Pressure is too much. Too many places folded inside. Not enough space. Must divide. Divide? It must be in the way. What are you talking about? I think it's pregnant. Oh. Freaky. So where are we technically standing right now? I really don't want to know the answer to that, Morte. The voice continues. Help me to divide. Branch out. Expand. New apertures will open. You may use them to travel to the lower ward. What do you need to divide? The floating wall is upon me, repairing. It prevents me from dividing. I undo its repairs, but it returns again and again. Repairs anew. Must remove floating one. You want me to kill the Dabbus in the alley? Remove it. Only then can I divide. Well, I'll remove the Dabbus for you.
Updated my journal. All right.
Alright. I mean, there was one already dead, is that not it?
Balance in all things.
I'm gone.
This can still counts? Yes.
All right. Done.
Dead Dabbus. You see the dead body of a Dabbus. The stench of its decay is overpowering, and from the looks of its rigid unnatural posture, extreme rigor mortis has long since set in. Use your story's bone tell on the corpse. As you reach out with your power, there is a faint stirring in the air, and the Dabbus's body blurs for a moment. You feel a strange, wrenching pain in your skull as if someone is hammering on it sharply, desperately. Focus. Your vision goes black for a moment, and the hammering pain fades until it sounds like it is coming from outside your skull. The darkness clears, and you hear the hammering coming from outside the building. The entire building seems hazy somehow, confused as if you're seeing it through a mist. The hammering dies, and you suddenly see a spectral vision of the Dabbus entering the building. As it does, the windows and doors have become like water, suddenly sealing over the entrance the Dabbus came through. The Dabbus turns, pauses, then begins a slow circuit of the room, examining the walls and hammering on each one as if testing it. The Dabbus completes its circuit of the room, then pauses by the door it once entered. It begins hammering, chipping away the stone, but with every blow the wall repairs itself. The vision fades to black, then the hammering continues, first at a steady pace, then slower, then slower. Your vision clears as the hammering ends, and you are once again sitting beside the corpse of the Dabbus. It looks as if it withered away here, trapped in the building. Damn. Oh, this one.
All right.
Can I talk to him and just convince him to leave? Greetings. It turns to face it, a series of symbols appear around its head. I must attend to my duties. No time to speak. I understand. I just thought you should know that I discovered the body of a Dabus in the alley. The Dabus cocks its head slightly to one side. A number of symbols stream above its head, most of which indicate surprise and distress rather than words. Dead? Where? I'm gonna lie. It lies in the abandoned building not far from here. I don't know how it died. Dabus stares at you briefly, then bows slightly and floats off in the direction of the abandoned building. Is this gonna do it? I think this might do it. And hey, at least I didn't outright kill him. Just cause its very slow and painful death.
Done.
My conscience is not clear, but my hands are. As you approach the stone face, the various ambient sounds of the alley once again assault your ears, and through them the voice speaks. You have returned. I spoke with Adabus. I told him about his dead brethren and he left to investigate.
Updated my journal.
Yes, the floating one no longer repairs. It is now with the other. I have closed myself around it. It remains inside me forever. I see. Now that it is trapped, you can divide without interference, right? Still cannot divide. Too weak. Cannot undo floating one's repairs. Its changes must be reversed before I can divide. You must undo the floating one's repairs for me. You want me to undo the Dabus' changes? How? Seek out the parts of me the floating one has changed. Reverse the changes. Undo the repairs. You must be exact, precise. Only then can I divide. Very well. I'll find and reverse the repairs for you. I should probably need some tools. A hammer and a prybar.
Updated my journal.
Okay, now where to find a hammer?
Done.
Assuming that he lets me in the thing again. And we did find a prybar in the alley that we went through. Still shut. Okay. Kinda wish I'd grabbed the hammer. Did I grab the hammer? Probably not. Yeah.
Done.
Nope.
This is what I get for
Oh,
getting
this was a
tested.
terrible idea.
Not the fiendling.
This was a terrible idea. We will have to load the autosave. Oh, we're at the beginning of the... No, it's right before we re-entered it.
Done.
This is gonna be a problem. Alright, so we can go back there without provoking a crazy fight. Really wish I'd gotten that prybar. The door is locked. And I think that's where the hammer was found too. It's the door that leads to the thing. Oh, there's some more stuff on this side. Looks like that's walkable. Through here? Very confused.
I'm gone.
Oh, maybe in here? No. No.
All right.
Is there maybe a way I can split the party and just get the thief to sneak in? This door is 100% still gonna be locked. Yeah, we're never getting back in there, that's for sure. That's not an option, no.
Aye? Like a shadow I am. Like the shadows.
All right.
Right.
It don't really allow you
Like a shadow I am.
to split the party, do they?
All right.
Not the fiendling.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I'm wounded.
Encore, encore. I hope you haven't forgotten yourself. I don't want to explain our boring adventures all over again.
I guess they get me back here.
Done.
Where was the... It was in here, I think, the prybar. Yeah. Okay, so we can get the prybar.
Alas, poor Dakon. I knew him well.
So what happens if I exit? Oh, the bodies are here. You know what? Let's just do this.
Done.
Not my favorite way of doing it, but I at least got the prybar out of it. Can I use the prybar? Can I attack?
Failed.
I can try bashing.
Failed.
No. It's not really gonna work, is it?
I'm gone.
I refuse to believe that this is a locked out scenario. Right? There's gotta be a way. I mean, you know, we were able to find the prybar. Not in the most elegant of manners, but we were able to. So I refuse to believe that there's no way for me to get a hammer.
All right. Done. All right.
Never mind. Stop. I'm not interacting with you, bro.
All right.
There's nothing I can bash, though.
Ready. Might as well.
I'm gone.
It doesn't say you
Failed.
can't bash it, it just says that it failed.
Failed. Failed. Done.
Was there something else in the... Why do you say it's walkable if it's not walkable? Is there a place I can climb something that I'm not seeing? We can walk here on the side, and then it kind of just stops us. Oh, we're so close. A hammer and a prybar should do the trick. The Dabus was here-ish. Like, it truly looks like the only way is back in. So in that case, let me just reload. Let's try fighting it out, I guess.
Done. All right.
Did you see that? Talk about beating a dead
Honestly,
horse.
that's perfect. He got killed, but everybody else is close to uninjured. So.
All right.
Let's look for every single container, see if we can find a freaking hammer. Click button. Nope. To be fair, if I can just draw them like one at a time. I might have a better luck.
I'm hurt.
Let me split these.
Endure. In enduring,
I have
grow
a good
strong.
spell here.
Spell has been disrupted. I hear your words. There cannot be two skies.
Critical miss. Woo!
Did you see that?
That's what I get for getting into
Vortex.
Okay,
Soego.
well, one is dead.
And doing well.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
Did you see that?
No matter, he'll be up in a bit.
Cool.
I hope you haven't forgotten yourself, but I want to explain our boring adventures all over again.
Guess I'll raise him.
I'm gone.
Yeah,
I will
you
hear
grab all
you.
your garbage again.
Balance in all things.
All
It
right.
does feel like I'm making poor use of the combat mechanics, but they never really taught me how to in the first place, which is really the frustrating part. No, there's nothing here.
Ready. Might as well. Got it.
Oh,
Done.
yeah,
What's
that's
up?
I'm here.
lockpicking, I guess.
Why not? Got it.
Simple.
All right.
So we got the prybar. Where's the hammer? That's the $1,000,000 question. I guess at this point I can just walk out and just buy a hammer from someone else, maybe? Because containers are out. So yeah, honestly, let's just go do that. Go back to the market. Find the guy that sells weapons. He's gotta have a hammer, right? Painter dude still has nothing to say to me, does he? No. Painter girl, I guess. Alright, this is the one with the smoldering corpse. So we need to go to the southwestern portion.
All right.
It was one of these Gerald. No, this guy. No, he just have fruits and things. This guy. No, it's just a fish. How about this guy? Or straight up hammer. There we go. I got both a sledgehammer and a hammer, so we should be set regardless of what they're actually expecting. Now we're gonna have to cross that room again.
Hey,
All right.
we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
But I guess 4 people are dead, so that makes it a little easier.
I'm gone.
I tell you what, y'all come over here. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Just keep following me. Keep following me. Alright. Let's go this way. Rush, rush, rush. Woo. Alright.
Done.
Let's go back to this guy. I reloaded, right? Yes, so they're just in my inventory.
Done.
Alright, I got the stuff. What do you want me to do now? Okay. 2 places upon me. Must undo what floating one has changed. I cannot change them myself. Oh, okay, but what does that... Alright, I'm still unclear as to what I'm supposed to...
Done.
Like what? I can't activate any of these things. What do you want me to undo the repairs to?
Failed. Failed.
Like, there's nothing... Okay, I'm gonna look up the solutions for this, because I must be missing something, or they're not explaining something well. Okay, apparently there are 2 walls I can interact with. There are straight up walls I can tear down. Oh, the strictly dwelling looks as though it has stood for centuries. Its wooden walls are weathered and worn with age. A number of planks on the side of the structure appear to have been recently pried loose. Examine it. It appears as though the Dampus was attempting to tear down this ancient structure. Several boards are loose upon the building's frame, their nails nearly pried all the way out. Nail back the boards into place. The building no longer appears quite as old as it did at first glance. Alright. There's a dark recess there, but I can't do anything about it. Oh, here it is. This dilapidated structure seems on the verge of collapse. Several boards have recently been nailed into place to reinforce the sagging building. It appears as if the Dampus was in the process of repairing the building. Okay. Loosen the boards. As the last board comes free, the building emits a loud groan as its weight shifts unsteadily upon the now unsupported frame. Alright. You should be good to go, Mr. Pregnant Wall.
Done.
I have reversed the repairs as you have asked. Yes, all is in order. I am grateful. Again, the wind begins to blow around you, this time with fierce intensity. The omnipresent sounds of the alley begin to increase in volume until the soft murmur of the voice is nearly drowned out by the ensuing racket. Now you must go. The vision begins. The way is now open to you.
Updated my journal.
The stone face before you begins to transform once again, its mass shifting and roiling as you look on. The entire wall seems to melt before your eyes, exposing a narrow passageway beyond. The ground underfoot suddenly begins to rock violently and the soft sighing of the wind intensifies to a more urgent, almost human-like moaning. You can hear the sound of crashing stones and snapping boards all around you as you dash into the passage.
Updated my journal.
You there, sir. You look like you might be interested in some fine clothes. Is this the one? It's a skull in it. It's what he wants. Grab it. No, Morte!
All right.
Where did they go? Harmonium officer, you see, okay. Never mind. The shack, I assume.
Done.
The unusual window allows some light to filter in the room and casts strange colored shadows across the wall and floor. Go down. Shelf of skulls. Thank the powers you're here, Chief. Get me out of here. What are you doing up there? Those war-rat vermin nicked me and brought me here. Come on, boss, we gotta get out of here. This place is bad news. Why don't you just float down? I can't. I've tried. Come get me down before... Lothar. A flash of light and smoke blinds you for a moment, and a withered old man stands before you. Have we visitors, Skull? Oh no. Oh no. Morte whispers fiercely to you. Do not offend this blood boss. He'll dead book you faster than you can spit. The old man ignores Morte. Greetings, traveler. Who might you be to enter Lothar's humble salon without invitation? My pardon, sir, but you seem to have something that belongs to me. Oh yes, what might that be? My friend Morte wound up on your shelf. You want the chattering skull with half the grace and manners of any ordinary creature? Give me a greater skull in return if you wish it back, Lothar replies. I do not need to bargain for something that is already mine. It was never yours or anyone's to begin with. Your ignorance is astounding. You truly know very little about very little. Now fetch me another skull to replace him or say farewell to your friend. I do get another skull that's worth he's worth. Move aside to the vine in the center of the room and pass through the portal on the eastern wall in the chambers below the catacombs. The portal will remain active for your return. In the catacombs, many skulls. One of great value lies within the inner crypts of the Dustmen beyond the Down Nations. Bring the skull to me, as my were-rat minions have failed to do, and I will see that your friend is returned to you. Perhaps it shall even answer some question for you. I've been to the tomb you speak of, Gazem.
Updated my journal.
What is the meaning of this? The tomb was so well trapped, so well defended from this scrying magic that was a challenge even for me. There must be some explanation for this, and... He draws out his words angry and slowly. You will provide it to me. Go through the portal in the chambers below and seek the answer. It was my own tomb. Your tomb? Your tomb? He eyes you carefully. We shall investigate this more carefully. Fetch me another skull, then, as you seem attached to yours, and we shall see what answers I can provide. Our agreement shall be as before. Do not try to deceive me with just any bone, either. I am something of a connoisseur. Return when you have something of value to me.
Updated my journal. Stronger.
Okay.
Done.
Well, that was a quest I was not expecting to go into. Also, what's my thing now? I don't really have Mantua. You see a half-man, half-red hybrid. Its red eyes gleam with a certain cunning, and the voice that issues from its mouth is oily and insinuating. So, a biped comes slinking into the nest of Lothar's servants. What do you want, man, and where do you intend to go? Step lightly, intruder, and speak the truth to Mantua. I'm on a quest for Lothar. I'm looking to retrieve his skull. The red man ducks his head at the mention of Lothar, and he hisses at you. Send the hairless one to do the job of the kin? Impossible. Nonetheless. Mantua hisses at you again. Begone, then, and return when the skull is in your hands. He pauses to look at you suspiciously. Do I have a skull? I don't think I have a skull. Yeah, I didn't think so. I can drop the sledgehammer now. Actually, I can drop... I'll keep the prybar just because I can open stuff with it. No map here, it seems. Okay, here's the portal.
I'm gone.
Oh no, something's wrong with my... Okay, it's working now again.
Hi, what?
Good girl, go ahead and heal.
What do you want to know?
Done.
Something tells me he's not gonna like this generic skull. Dead body. The corpse jerks visibly as if electric current ran through it and a ghastly sigh escapes his mouth. Greetings. Anna shuffles her feet nervously. It's best not to muck with the dead. Brings bad luck, so it does. Perhaps it will have some answers for us. Yeah. Forget this then. Maybe I can use Story's Bone Stell? Nope. We don't mean to use it on that con. Apparently not on him either. What should I do? Let me go look at the Dead Nation script again.
I'm gone.
Is Soego still hanging out? Go. Oh, there you are. No. I don't want to betray the confidence that, the prophet left in me. I'll take these bandages. Metal slab apparently used as bed. There looks to be a portion on the side that can be pried open. Certain that Soego's not coming around, you pry open the small panel and peer inside. There's some sort of book or journal here. The book proves to be Soego's journal. It details his being attacked by a were-rat, his eventual regression to lycanthropy, and his flight from the mortuary after unwittingly slaying and devouring a friend. Looking for a hiding place, he came upon the Warrens of Thought and agreed to serve many as one, hive mind of the cranium rats gathered there. He is now here in the Dead Nations in order to spy on the undead for many as one, who hopes to one day control this part of the catacomb.
Updated my journal.
Hey, priest guy. I got some news for you. I'll tell you if you give me a good skull. Could you help us with... Ooh, for a price, I see. Jeez. So this is a roll of the dice kind of thing, huh? Did you know Soego's a cranium rat spy? They dress close to you, smelling of dust and moldering cloth. What is this thou speak of? What proof have thee that Soego runs with a brain vermin? There's proof in his quarters.
Updated my journal.
We shall see. I shall get her Soego and speak of him in this matter within his chamber. Should this be true, I shall owe thee thanks. I assume... Oh. Soego, what is this I hear of thee being in league with many as one? What? It isn't true, a cruel rumor, a lie. Dare thou lie to the high priest of the silent king? No, Hagrim, I would never presume. Where is thy journal? Let me see it. Prove thy innocence before the eyes of the silent king. I beg for your mercy, Hagrim. The dead truth shall protect thee here, Soego, but thou shalt never leave these catacombs. Thou shalt continue thy pursuit of thy precious true death. Okay. Go see this one never leaves. Bring him food and water as necessary. But you can... Mark my words, living. Only the truth protect thee. Do not cast aside the only shields so thoughtlessly. I would not be caged. Die! Damn. Alright. We're just sitting there, just looking at it, popcorn in hand. Let's rest while we're here. Do you have any good stuff on him? Maybe a good skull? Ooh! He does, actually. Hell yeah. Hey, we cleared a quest and found a solution to our issue at the same time. Isn't that nice? I like it when serendipitous things happen like that. Alright, so we need to head back. I will leave the cranium rats alone. Honestly, I'll leave these guys alone too. Don't really feel the need to attack them.
Done.
Really isn't a lot down here, huh? Bunch of no-name were-rats. That's gonna be a good skull, right? I'm working on it, Morte. I'm working on it. I mean, I've actually worked on it. I just don't know where the... Oh, is he maybe upstairs? Yo, what's up, bro? I have the skull of Soego, the Weird-Red Dustman missionary. Lothar takes the head of Soego from me and examines it carefully, checking the teeth. A Dustman missionary and spy. This will be satisfactory. His fingers twist an arcane gesture. Your friend will be waiting for you above ground, where you came in. Have your answers for me. I have many questions. Keep it quick, Scarred One. I cannot tarry all day. Why am I
Updated my journal.
Your mortality, your soul if you will, that which allows you to live and die, is gone from you. It was stripped from you by magical means, by the night hag Ravel Puzzle Well. Your mortality is the key to your existence. When you find it, you will find the answers. Tell me about this Ravel, or Ravel. Ravel Puzzle Well is an enigma. even among the night hags. Some would call her barmy. Others say she plays a deeper game that any can see through. She's evil, though, through and through, making the fiends you'll see in the area seem positively defined when compared to her. She's out of reach of men now, thanks to the powers, for she was mazed by the Lady of Pain. Maze, how do I find her? Mazes are like pocket dimensions, small places between places. To reach one, you need to find a portal and a key. I do not know where the door or the key are. Perhaps you should seek some of your old acquaintances. You have certainly left a trail of them behind. They will find you, no doubt. Pray they mean you well. Perhaps you should visit the Civic Fest Hall. They have many answers there. What did rival
Updated
do?
my journal.
She was a maker of toys and puzzles, a solver of problems that didn't need solving. She decided that Sigil, the cage, was the largest puzzle box of all, and set herself to undo it. To let in the army of fiends at her disposal, no doubt, to upset the balance of the city and turn the entire burg into a charnel house. Pray to any power you hold dear with thanks she did not succeed.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
I'd like some more questions, answers. Why have I lost my memory? Side effect of losing your mortality. Okay. I assume this is probably all of it, huh? And he can also heal us if we want.
All right.
Hey, welcome back to the party, pal. Oh no, actually, you should be. Wait, can I level up? Oh, I guess I couldn't level up in there because we were in, like, hostile territory or something. Increase our con, probably. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna keep bumping you into detect traps and open doors. And you... yeah, you're good.
It is I shall serve.
I'm gone.
Okay, so where are we? Lower Ward. Lenny. You see a feral-looking young man in shoddy clothes. His eyes dart about as he scans his surroundings. He notices your approach and begins eyeing you warily. Greetings. He looks you up and down, then glances about. Returning his attention to you, he gives a wicked grin. You best have a good reason for disturbing Lenny, Burke. I have some questions. He laughs at you. I ain't no tout. If you've got questions, go find one. His smile broadens. You'd best push off before I have to bleed you. No, I just want to ask you questions. Okay. You sound suspicious to me, Lenny, but... before I leave for whatever that is, the upper ward... The Coffin Maker? Hammerus. You see a rugged-looking, square-jawed man. He turns to you with a wide smile. How are you, Cutter? Good day to you. Good day indeed. He squints at you for a second, then juts his hand out to shake yours. Greetings. Hammerus at your service, member of the Harmonium and the fashioner of fine coffins for the recently departed. I think I know you, do I not? Let me see if I can place it. He pauses to think for a moment. Sharp with names I was on the Harmonium, let me tell you. You never won on the entire word. I have some questions. He nods at you. Ask away. Who's your friend here? He glances at the customer. Dimtree? He shrugs, like he hasn't considered a fellow before. Quiet, doesn't say much. Do you, Dimtree? Dimtree doesn't respond, but simply gives the same blank expression. A few seconds later, he nods. Hammer shrugs, turns back to you. Warned in one day a few weeks back, been a regular ever since. He hasn't bought anything, but he doesn't cause any trouble, so I let him stay. Seems harmless enough. You see, when I was serving the harmonium, part of our work was to take people under our wing, give them a little shelter from the chaos of the streets, get them spruced up. Can you tell me about this ward? Yes, the lower ward. He leans forward as if explaining something to a small child. You know, it's little known to most newcomers and even people of the ward. Most people think that this ward gets its name simply because it's not as prestigious as some of the other wards, but that's not it at all. Not at all. Do you know where the name comes from? No, I do not know. It's because of the portals to the lower planes. They are the reason behind all the smog that fills the area, belching out noxious gases and all. Fortunately, winds from the spire help to blow away the worst of the mist, but it can bring others in the ward with much weaker consumptions down and fill them full of sickness. Shakes his head sadly. Fortunately, my harmonium training has prepared me for all sorts of hazardous conditions, and after my travels in the lower planes, the smog of the ward is little to bear indeed. What is there to see in the ward? He smiles broadly. A great deal. Where to start? If we're to step past all the kilns, forges, breweries, and distilleries scattered amongst the many garbage fires, not to mention the alchemist's dens, the crematoriums, meat-curing houses, and the charcoal burners, and examine the ward itself as a whole, one could say, well, there's the foundry, the siege tower, and... He begins to falter and stops to think. Tell me about the foundry. The scarred iron wreck? A ward mystery it is, but I have some thoughts on it. First off, it wasn't always here, as I understand it. It simply arrived one night, and no one saw how it got here. Now you see the outside of it? It's seen battle, and it looks like battles that most people cannot imagine. Me, however, have seen the edges of the blood war, even tackled a Tanari fiend or two when things were desperate, when only my harmonium fellows beside me. And those scars on the tower looked like they were gathered over several centuries at least. Now listen close. My experience allows me to recognize some of the scars that decorate the sides of the tower. Some are acidic blasts, sure enough from some major sorceries. Some have Tanari teething blades. Others look like detonations from lost globes or scars from Batezuk or Nugon whips. However, a lot of the weapons embedded in the sides are weapons like none I've ever seen, and I'm well versed in a variety of weapons on many different worlds and on many different planes. Makes you wonder what's held on the inside of the tower. Basher who cracks that tower might have a museum on their hand. Makes you curious, doesn't it? He stares at you. Tell me about the Foundry. The Great Foundry is the headquarters for the Believers of the Source, also known to some of the laymen as Godsmen, because of their belief that everyone can achieve divinity. He shakes his head. The Great Foundry is much like your philosophy, a large sprawling structure that seems to produce nothing but smoke. He laughs. I mean, when was the last time you saw one of the Believers of the Source suddenly become a power? Not any time in the faction's history. Tell me about the Godsmen. Actually, friend, Godsmen is the layman's term for their faction. The real name of their organization is, in actuality, the Believers of the Source. They hold to an interesting, if ultimately flawed, philosophy. They believe that everyone has the capability of aspiring to divine status simply by applying themselves. He shakes his head indulgently as he pauses to think. As my tour of duty with the Harmonium quickly proved, there are many who could never aspire to divinity, no matter how long they sought it or applied themselves. He scoffs. Nonetheless, the Believers of the Source work quite hard. He shrugs. And their little faction is pleasant enough. Can you tell me about some of the outer factions? He smiles at you, eager to talk. Why, certainly, friend. I can tell you a little about the Harmonium, the Mercy Killers, or the Governors. Which should I start with? The Governors. He nods knowingly. The Fraternity of the Order is the proper faction name. They are dedicated to law and knowledge. They spend most of their time simply researching every aspect of law. Now, I'm not just talking about man-made laws. No, everything. Because of their devotion to law, they also run the courts of sigil and act as lawyers, judges, advocates, and such. How about the Harmonium? He stands proudly. The primary faction of sigil is, of course, the Harmonium. We are the faction dedicated to preserving law and order in Sigil, and there is no other more important function. Progress can only be achieved in a state of peace and harmony. There are those that think otherwise, but they don't have our resolve, and thus they shall fail. Finally, the Mercy Killers. He smiles. The Mercy Killer stands for justice. To them, justice is everything. It is absolute and perfect. They dedicate their lives to dispensing justice, but it must be done correctly according to the law. They firmly believe that by imposing justice on the multiverse, you can be cleansed of evil and made perfect. What can you tell me about the city of Sigil? Sigil. He lets out a long breath. Sigil is the city at the center of all things, or so many believe. It is the city of doors. There are literally thousands of portals here. It is home to the Lady of Pain herself. He shrugs. Sigil is a topic that can fill volumes and volumes of volumes. Tell me about the Lady of Pain. The Lady of Pain. Hammerus leans in and drops his voice slightly. One of the multiverse's greatest mysteries, everyone will agree. I think she's proved beyond doubt shadow that females are the most dangerous creatures in the multiverse. He sighs. Some say she's a goddess, a power that's made Sigil her home. Truth is, she breaks the laws of every power I've encountered. Powers needs worshippers, gives them their power. But the lady doesn't like to be worshipped. People who do end up in her shadow, their flesh torn apart by invisible blades. Now, I've seen some horrible things in my life, things that would make another man's knees go weak and make him lose control of his vitals. Doesn't even compare to seeing one of the lady's victims. Interesting, what else can you tell me? Next is, she don't take people who try and play God in Sigil. See, you may not know it. Excuse me. See, you may not notice, but first off, no powers can enter Sigil. Not Zeus, not Ra, no one. Word is that the lady's presence somehow keeps them out. Can't get in, not a one. And that twists their stems like you wouldn't believe. Sigil's such a sweet fruit that anyone would want to pluck, that the other powers are always looking for some way into Sigil. They haven't succeeded. Well, it goes beyond that. Not only does the lady keep them out, she keeps anybody inside the city from harming it. Certainly, she has help from our faction, the Harmonium, since we lack order. But every once in a while, a foolish basher takes into their head to start fighting into the streets of the city. Maybe decide to kill a few dabs, brew up some chaos, or start casting mass destruction spells. Not a good thing. Makes the lady upset. Doesn't like to see her city hurt. She'll kill you, or maze you for doing such. Maze you? You haven't heard of the mazes? He looks at you condescendingly. You're green. The lady's got extra-dimensional prisons she can place special offenders in. You see, she takes little bits of Sigil, shoots them into mazes, then cuts them off from Sigil. You'll be walking home one night, or be stepping through an archway near your home, then suddenly everything changes. You won't be in the place you remember. You'll be trapped. Chant is that there is one way to get out of each maze, but you'll be dead and gone before you tumble onto the dark of how to escape. You mentioned portals. Do you know of any? He laughs. Portals? Do I know about portals? He pauses. Well, none personally, except some of the more common ones. I imagine they can be found in practically every ward. Portals are funny things. Sometimes they shift around, at other times they simply seem to vanish. They're hard to keep track of. He shrugs. Alright. Nimtree. You see a tall, slender man with glassy-eyed expression. He seems engrossed in some tale that the shopkeeper is relating. Occasionally he nods his head, but makes no comments on his own. Greetings. The man turns slightly at your greeting, just enough to acknowledge your presence. You notice he's a little pale of complexion and rather gaunt-looking. He gives you a blank stare. The shopkeeper does not seem to notice any of this and continues with a stream of useless prattle. Are you alright? The man continues to stare at you and slowly nods. You wait for any further response, but he says nothing, only stares. You're about to turn away in frustration when you think you notice a strange, musty odor about the man. Step closer and sniff. You lean in and sniff at the man, unsure what you'll find. As you do, a musty odor fills your senses, an odor you recognize from your time in the mortuary. It is the smell of dead flesh preserved by magic. You're a zombie, aren't you? The creature continues to stare at you blankly. Slowly, as if with great effort, he begins to reply to you. Only your speak with that power makes him understandable. Yes, I am Dimtree. Why are you here, Dimtree? Dimtree slowly glances at the shopkeeper and makes a feeble gesture towards him. Seeing this as a sign of interest, the shopkeeper redoubles his efforts in telling you whatever he is relating to the poor creature. Dimtree looks at you again. Hamris, he talks. Hamris never stops. Wonders town. I know his master, I know his everyone. Master creates Dimtree. Tells Dimtree talk Hamris. Now Hamris stay in shop. Master happy. Town happy. Dimtree sad. Anything I can do to help you, Dimtree? The creature pauses, then resumes his slow speech with you. You can almost detect a pleading tone in his voice. Yes, find Master Sebastian. Ask him release me. Please. He turns attention to Hamris momentarily. Please. Why don't I just put you out of your misery? Dimtree barely shakes his head at you. No, Master revive. Must ask Master Sebastian, please. Sure, I'll see what I can do
Updated
for
my
you.
journal.
Dimtree. Thank you, friend. You're welcome, I have some questions. The creature gives you a barely perceptible shrug of the shoulders. No, nothing. Dimtree summoned by Master. No darkness, peace, rest. Then Hamris. Sorry. Help you if could. You know where I can find Sebastian? The creature pauses. Not no. Remember voice. Give order be here. Walking, Hamris. Nothing more. Sorry.
Done.
That's funny. Somebody literally just created a zombie to keep a chatty guy busy. So it wouldn't yuck their yum.
I'm gone.
Alright. I guess let's go look at the marketplace. Alec. You see an older man with long white hair and withered yellow skin. He stands tall despite his obvious age. He smiles and gives you a slight bow. Greetings. And as well to you, Cutter. How may I serve you? What do you have for sale? Charms. Just charms of any kind. And he can also identify stuff, but I don't think I have anything.
I'm gone.
Actually, what else can you tell me, Alec? Oh, just his wares. Okay. What about Anze? Greetings. I have some questions. What's that furnace used for? He glances at the furnace and lowers his voice. The furnace does nothing other than teach me lazy boy's responsibility. That boy's always yapping and talking and such. Reckon himself a scholar and don't know the value of real work. If you have a serious question, well, it might be better to ask than me. Magic items. That's Alec next door. Weapons. What do you currently have equipped? One for piercing speed 2. Yeah, that would be a big improvement for you. Oh, this is a healing weapon. Yeah, I'll buy this for you. That's weird. I wonder why her daggers just disappear. I guess we cannot sell them, kind of thing. Okay, what do we have here? There's a lot of people. Shopper. Karina, we can probably talk to Laszlo. See a young boy with pale yellow skin. His clothes are dirty and in need of mending. Currently he's tending a furnace. Greetings. He turns and gives a half smile as he sets down to work. Hail, do you need some help? Yeah, I have some questions. I'd be pleased to help you if I could. The boy looks grateful not to be toiling over the furnace. What is it I can answer for you? What is this place? This place? He glances around. It's the open air market. A lot of buyers and sellers come here to set up their kip for the day. I've been here for a good time. I've been working for a while under the eye of me dad. It looks a little distant. One day I could be running a stall, I could. What is it you do here? He proudly points to the furnace. The furnace, it's used to... He shrugs his shoulder. I don't know what it's used for, but me dad said it's important to keep it stacked and burning right. He wipes sweat from his brow and glances about. Is your father one of the merchants here? He nods. Anze is his name. That's my dad's stall over there. He gestures at a stall to the right of the furnace. If you don't have what you need, he may be able to point you to it. Why does everyone seem to have yellow skin around here? It's the sickness, it is, caused by the bad air. What with the smoke and all the factory smogs, it can get pretty hard to breathe easily around here. He shrugs. Someday it's not good to be out when the smogs linger too long. They can scald your eyes right out of your skull, it is said. Can something be done about it? I don't know. At times, winds come from the spire and blow the city clear of smog, but that's not as often as would be liked. He blinks, glances around, then shrugs. Ladies will, I guess. Don't make much sense, but then little does for you if you look long enough. Anything worth seeing around here? Not much to see. The Great Finder's impressive, though you might check that out. Home of the Believers, you know? He stops to think. Most of the more amazing sights are in some of the upper wards. It might be better to look around there. I heard there's a brothel there, the fest hall, and some other places that are more interesting. I don't know for sure, I've been here all my life. Karina. You see a pretty young woman wearing simple clothes. She wanders about the market and examines everything, but does not make any purchases. You notice that people seem to be avoiding her, but they try not to make it obvious. She flashes you a warm smile as you approach. Greetings. Her smile broadens. Hello, I'm Karina. It's a pleasure to meet you, Cutter. She continues to smile and waits for your response. I have some question. Where can I buy some magic? She smiles and points to one of the counters. Alec over there sells magic things. Are you a mage? You don't look like one, but I guess looks can be rather deceiving. I don't know what a mage really looks like now that I think about it. Do you? Yes, they wear robes with funny symbols and a pointy hat. Really, that's good to know. I mean, mages scare me, so I want to know what they look like. I guess it's all that power they have, and they can really do incredible things and all, but you don't know what they look like. Warriors and priests and other powerful people just look powerful with all that stuff they carry around that says they are powerful people. But not mages. Talk to Cinder. He smiles at you. Greetings, I'm Cinder. I heard about you. You be the scarred, clueless fellow that's been going around the wards asking questions. What can I be helping you with? I have some questions. I'd be pleased to answer your questions. He narrows his eyes and gives you a sly smile. About the shop and the wares you see here, that is. I'm not no tout, I'm not. Spells. Okay, you selling spells. I mean, this is interesting, but the spells are a little too expensive for me not actually using magic all that much. Corvus. You see a tall man in plate armor. The armor is of unusual construction with spikes flaring from the shoulders, elbows, and forearms. He nods at your approach, but then his eyes wander about the market. Good day, citizen. I'm the guard Corvus. Greetings. How may I help you, citizen? I have some questions. If I can help you, I will help you if I can, citizen. Try to see what he's looking at. You glance over your shoulder and notice a young lady wandering about the market. Corvus seems to have his eyes locked on her. You seem preoccupied. What are you looking at? He snaps attention back to you. I beg your pardon, citizen. Please excuse me. His eyes wander back to the young woman and his voice fades almost to a whisper. She has the voice of an angel and she is such a pretty young thing. Why don't you talk to her? You seem quite infatuated with her. An uncomfortable silence fills the air. Finally, he turns his attention back to you. I just couldn't. I mean, a woman like that, well, she must be. He sighs and pauses for a moment. Is there anything else I can help you with, citizen? Was the implication that you would be a prostitute? Or a thief?
That one's twice the price.
Well, anyway, this is where we're gonna do shopping from now on. Thorp, Gort, and Zeb. The creature is huge, standing over 9 feet tall. Rippling muscles support its massive frame. As you approach, he leers at you and laughs. Greetings. Greetings. He looks down at you and gives you a friendly smile. What do you want, Smalley? I have some questions. You got a question, maybe Thorp got answers. He smiles at you. Who are you? He smacks himself in the chest with a thunderous blow. Thorp! He raises his arms above his head and shakes his fist to the sky. The mighty warrior is Thorp. All Thokola are mighty warriors. He places his fist on his hips and glares at you. Who you? I don't remember my name. He nods at you and examines your scar. You got mighty scars. You must be a great warrior. Like Thorp. He frowns and nods wisely. You got hit on head too many times. Not remember name. Someday, it'd come back. What are you doing here? He barks out a laugh and smiles at you. Thorp here with friends. He gestures at a nearby Thokola. We're gonna barshay. Flying lizard. He lets out a roar and begins to pound his chest with fists the size of hands. Flying lizard? He nods his head and then begins to make crawling motions. Lizard, you know, but it fly. He begins to flap his arms like a huge misshapen bird. Eventually, he settles down and looks at you expectantly. You mean a dragon? He snorts and raises to his full height. Thorp good, but he not that good. Someday Thorp want to barsh dragon. He stares off into the distance with a long expression, then a sigh. But not this day. Well, if it's not dragon out you're talking about, then what is it? Thorp don't remember what Zantia called it. He pauses to think. It lizard tall as Thorp. Walk on back legs. Got wings, red claws, red in color. Think she say they call Abishai? He pauses then shrug. I've heard of something called an Abishai. Is that what you mean?
My journal.
His eyes light up as he gives you a joyful smile and nods his head. Yes, Abishai, flying lizard. Thorp and friends barsh really good. Thorp be warrior stature then. Zantia accept apology. What's this about Zantia and an apology? Thorp take friends to tavern last night. Thorp gets stinking drunk, fall in Zantia's table, spill drinks over her. He looks embarrassed. Zantia say she not accept apology until Thorp be warrior stature. So killing an Abishai is supposed to give you stature?
My journal.
Zantia say so. Thorp not know. What can you tell me about this word? He stares at you for a moment then shrugs. Thorp not know. Thorp new here. He gives you a childish smile. Thorp here for fun. Yes, you're gonna barsh an Abishai. Alright.
Done.
Oh, here's Zantia. You see a pretty young woman in fine clothes. Her skin lacks the usual yellow tint of the inhabitants of the world. She appears to be watching 3 nearby creatures with interest. Greetings. She turns to face you and an annoyed look crosses her face. Yes, what do you want? I have some questions. Fine. She looks irritated. Who are you? My name is Xantia. She looks up, down, and frowns. Is there something else you want? I have some questions. What are you doing here? There's going to be a fight and I want to see it. She smiles wickedly. You should be interested. A fight? Yes. See the 3 Tokola over there? She points to the 3 hulking creatures with rippling muscles. They're going to try and kill an Abishai. She snorts. The stupid oafs. I've heard something called an Abishai. What exactly is it? It's a lower plains creature. A Batizu, I think. She frowns in thought. In any case, Abishai have a nasty disposition, sharp claws, and can cast spells. Very formidable. The Tokola look like they can take care of themselves. Normally I would say yes, Tokola are very powerful warriors. She smiles slyly and leans in to whisper to you. However, I know something they don't. What might that be? Abishai can only be heard by magic. She snickers. Tokola will be slaughtered, I have no doubt about it. She straightens up and watches Tokola eagerly. How do you know they can only be heard by magic? She gives an annoyed look. My husband is very high up on the harmonium. The harmonium guards are trained to deal with creatures such as Abishai. She looks away. That's why I know, my husband told me. Why don't you warn the Tokola? What should I do that? She smiles evilly. I'm the one who suggested the fight. Why? My husband tries to better his social standing with his underlings by drinking with them in local taverns. Last evening he forced me to join to just such an occasion. Those 3 oafs were there, boasting of their prowess as warriors. It was obvious they were in a drunken stupor. When they decided to leave, one of them tripped and fell on the table I was sitting at. She frowns angrily. Most of the drinks at the table spilled onto my lap and ruined a very expensive evening gown. So while the cretin was trying to apologize, I whispered to him that I only accepted his apology of a warrior of stature. If you were such a warrior, you'd be able to defeat an Abishai in hand-to-hand combat. You're going to get them killed because they're wearing the dress?
Updated my journal.
You obviously do not understand the intricacies behind the situation. She looks at you like you're an idiot child. I was embarrassed and humiliated in front of my husband and his underlings. I'm gonna be going, and I'm gonna tell them. I talked to Xantia. She said you're going to fight an Abishai? Let's warn him. I've learned that Abishai can only be heard by magic weapons.
Updated my journal.
He gives a worried look. Need magic? How you know? I talked to Xantia. She told me. He seems confused at first, and a look of realization appears on his face. Xantia played Thorp for a coney. She lied, tried to get Thorp and friends dead. I'm afraid so, Thorp. He nods. Xantia not deserve apology. Thorp free from debt to her. Yes, you're free from your debt. Thorp, thank you. You saved life. You saved life of friends. He turns to Tokola and speaks to them hurriedly. After a moment, all 3 bow to you and each hand you a pouch of coins. You good friend, you deserve. You see Xantia, she gives you a look filled with hatred. You warned a brute, didn't you? Yes, I did what I felt was right. She nods her head slowly. I will not forget this insult. Good day to you. We're probably gonna pay for that at some point. Oh, here's Sebastian. You see an older man in elegant robes. He has bright eyes and a warm smile. He gives you a slight bow as you approach. Good day, Cutter. I am Sebastian. How may I serve you? Greetings. Greetings to you as well, Cutter. He stops in mid-sentence as he notices your scars. He sees eyes travel along them, and his eyebrows arch in surprise. He returns his gaze to you. I was about to ask what I could do for you, but there is no need. I think I see where you came to see me, Cutter. What, are you trying to say you can help me with these scars? He smiles at you and shrugs his shoulders. Perhaps, Cutter, perhaps. He leans forward and begins to examine your scars carefully. He runs a finger along several of them, mumbling to himself. Finally, he looks up at you. Yes, Cutter, I can help you. I cannot cure you, but I can alleviate the worst of your condition. And your price? Ah yes, the price. He begins stroking his chin and stares at you. You get the impression you are being weighted somehow. He seems to come to some sort of decision. I have a job that I think you could perform. Go on. I have signed a contract with a certain creature. I am no longer able to fulfill the contract. It is beyond my abilities. However, the creature will not release me from the contract. Instead, it has threatened me with death unless I fulfill the contract. Let me guess, you want me to solve this problem for you? He sighs. Yes, I cannot do it myself. My reputation demands that I fulfill the contract or face the consequences. I am at your mercy in this regard. Will you help me? What kind of creature are we talking about? An Abishai named Grosuk, Cutter. He pauses to gauge your reaction. I know this is a difficult task, but I think one you can handle. Also, the reward I offer you is great. He gestures at your scars. What were you contracted to do? He shakes his head. I cannot reveal that information, Cutter. I am magically bound not to. That is why people come to me. They know that if I accept the contract, it will be handled with discretion. What kind of creature are we talking about? Okay. Yes, give me the
Updated
details.
my journal.
He smiles at you and gives a sigh of relief. Thank you, Cutter. The creature is an Abishai named Grosuk. You will need a magic weapon to cause it any harm, so check with some of the shops if you do not own one. The spellcaster can harm it as well. Grosuk can be found to the east beyond the siege tower. Siege tower? Yes, over beyond the market. Damn thing just appeared one day several years back. No one knows why, and no one seems to be able to get inside to find out. I want to talk to you about Dimtree. He wants to be released from his curse. He gives a surprised look and then waves you off. I find it hard to believe, Cutter. Dimtree doesn't have the mental power to desire anything. He frowns for a moment. Did that idiot Hammers put you up to this? Think about it, Sebastian. Hammers doesn't know Dimtree's a zombie, let alone who created him, right? He said and seems to be deep in thought. Yes, you're right, of course. Hammers could not have sent you. I guess poor Dimtree's more aware than I intended. A pox on me for my stupidity. So will you release him? He looks at you for a moment with conflicting emotions crossing his face. He sighs and throws up his arm in exasperation. I cannot, sorry. He gives you a pleading look. I want to, mind you, but I cannot. I fulfilled the contract by creating Dimtree and I cannot break it, right or wrong. I am a man of my word and my reputation demands it. I understand your dilemma and agree with you. Could I release him instead? That would be difficult. He turns and begins to look through a nearby box. After a moment, he removes a book, which he sets down in front of you. First, you'd have to have some magical aptitude. Second, you'd have to be able to properly speak the words you find on page 23 of this book. Lastly, you'd have to touch Dimtree just as you feel the power of the words culminate within you. He turns his back on you and rummages for another box. I could allow you to read that book, however. It'd be tantamount to my breaking my words through the actions of another. He continues poking through the box, ignoring you. Read the book
Updated my journal.
Alright, let's go free Dimtree. There was a fun way of kind of getting around the curse. Or the magical protection from the contract. Yes, Dimtree, I know how to release you now. Please, friend. Speak the words Sebastian taught you. Pause together your thoughts and then carefully speak the words Sebastian taught you. You then reach out and touch Dimtree lightly on the forehead. Rest well.
Updated my journal.
With a sigh, the zombie collapses at your feet. You hear a fleeting thank you, friend, as he falls to the ground.
All right. I'm gone.
I'm sure that's not gonna stop Hammers from keep talking. She's gonna talk the head off a literal corpse. Okay, so this is the siege tower. Actually, let's ignore the creature for now. Make a save. We can just make a save, I think. You see a reptilian creature with a snake-like body, 4-clawed feet, leathery wings, and a draconian head. The scales conveying his body are a vile shade of green. The creature stands upright on its hind legs, balancing with its prehensile tail. As you approach its nice hair narrow to slits and it begins to hiss. Greetings. The air around the creature begins to radiate heat and its scales take on a pale sheen. It gives you a hungry look and appears ready to strike. Suddenly, it releases a flurry of hisses and relaxes its stance a bit. Sss, go. Gross suck, no talk. Told wait. Sss. It glares at you as the tail lashes back and forth. Sebastian sent. The creature relaxes quite a bit and the air grows cooler. It holds a clawed hand to you. Sss, give Grosick information. What information? It's hard to read facial expressions on a reptile, but you're certain that Grosick is rather annoyed with you. He still begins to lash furiously and the air grows warm again. No question. Give Grosick information or die. Grosick then take information from body. I need to know which piece of information is for you. I run errands and then for several people, you understand? He glares at you for a moment while he thinks. Finally, he gestures at a nearby tower. Siege tower, how to get inside. Sebastian said he divined way. Grosick takes a step forward and holds your hand. Now give. Oh, and that information. I'm sorry, Sebastian wanted to deliver that one in person. It'll be along soon.
Updated my journal.
The air around Grosick begins to radiate heat and the scales take on a pale sheen. He gives you a hungry look and appears ready to strike. He opens his mouth to reveal several rows of sharp teeth. No, Grosick think you lie. Give information now, Grosick kill quick, not slow. Not give, Grosick take time. Remove your insights that you watch. Wait, I don't have the information you want, but I know something I think is worth my life. How do I know you'll keep your word? Okay. Grosick, listen. Information good, you live. He gives you a toothy grin. Not good, you die. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna. After he did the thing for Dimtree, I don't want to mess up Sebastian's business. Let's see if we can actually kill him.
Weapon's not doing a damn thing.
That should do it.
Yeah. Good as done.
Aye?
He has magic punch daggers and he has a magic blade, so maybe she's good, right? Besides the crazy damage he does.
I'm hurt.
I hear your words.
I'm hurt.
Jeez, 22 damage with one hit.
I'm hurt.
Roll. Alright, well, we got him.
Done.
I'm sure we'll eventually get into that siege tower. Oh boy, that's a slave market. Or are you not?
I want the redhead. Step right up, boys and girls, young and old. Buy a piece of human flesh right here.
Oh jeez, that bark. Upsetting. Yes, enough come for what is due to me. One moment, please, Cutter. Sebastian reaches into his robe and removes a small crystal ball. He gazes into it for a moment before returning his attention to you. I cannot thank you enough, Cutter. I shall live up to my part of the bargain. Are you ready? Yes. It is done, Cutter. Once again, I thank you. Sebastian bows deeply to you. Take your
Updated my
farewell,
journal.
Sebastian. +2 charisma, man! Can I enter this? No. Oh. Yeah, there we go. I accidentally moved an image in the background. Anazi. You see a sickly Gitzerai woman. She is hunched and bent, and her constant coughing is obviously a source of pain to her. She holds a handkerchief that is practically soaking with blood, tissue, and phlegm to her face. She spies you and hisses. Greetings. She stares at you and speaks a few mumbled words to Dakon. Dakon glances at you and says, she cannot understand your speech. She says she's dying. What is she dying of? Her name is Anazi. She says she used to work in a meat-curing house here until a half-month ago when the illness became too much for her to bear. She was abandoned, evicted from her home, and left for dead. Speech pains her and her illness has crippled much of her mind. She says there is nothing she can give you of value. And? Know that she will not recover. I can put her out of her misery, that is all. As a Zert of our people, it is my responsibility to provide an alternative. Then be merciful, Dakon. Dakon draws a blade and waits for the woman to prepare herself. She touches the unbroken circle of Zertimon and he wears for a moment, and her face is stoic. His blade is a blur, and when he has completed the stroke, she lays bleeding on the hard stone of Sigil Street. Well struck, Dakon.
Updated my journal.
Emin. The man has rough, leathery skin with a pale yellow cast and gaunt features. His face is angular, his nose is small and highly placed, and his ears are tapered to points. A tracery of tattoos and scars cover his body. He is dressed in strange, gaudy leathers that look more ornamental than combat-ready. His eyes are like two small black stones, and they track as you approach. Before you reach him, Dakon pauses. I would caution against speaking to this Githyanki. What's a Githyanki?
Updated my journal.
Githyanki and Gitzerai were once of common stock. We were slaves and food for the Illithids, mind flayers, who devoured our lives in order to succor their own. One of our ancestors, the warrior Queen Gith, led us to victory against the Illithids and we escaped. We have waged an unending war of the mind flayers ever since. However, there was disagreement over the future of our people. Upon the blasted plains, our leader Zertimon made the pronouncement of two skies, and steel was bared. One race became two. It is a rift that cannot be crossed peacefully. Let me save. Oh, I'm not in dialogue mode. What you talking about? And now I'll talk to him again. The Githyanki has been watching you approach and seems to ignore you entirely. Dakon, who walls on the walls of Shraktor. Unexpected surprise. He draws his weapon. The Dakon also draws his blade. Yimin, your blood should corrode the flagstones of the street. Stand between them. Stop! Dakon speaks to you, though he never takes his eyes off his opponent. Hold fast and do not stand between our blades. Let it go, Dakon. Dakon speaks to the Githyanki. Yimin, this is not a place of battle. The entire Multiverse is all battlefield, dog. There are no sanctuaries. There is no peace. You shall die. The Githyanki attacks. Well, fuck, then I'm gonna attack you back.
Damn.
Oh, except that because of that.
Damn it!
Alright,
I'm gone.
what happens if I just let him fight? Okay, we'll leave them to fight.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Okay, all of the... Oh boy, there's a bunch of soldiers too, huh? Alright, never mind. Where did they even come from? The warehouse.
I'm gone.
Vault of the Ninth World. Welcome to the Vault of the Ninth World. How may I serve you on this fine day, Sigillian? What is this place? The Vault of the Ninth World is pleased to serve a warehouse for the lower ward and all descendants of Sigil. Our motto is, when one world just isn't big enough. We provide storage space for those that have little to spare. Our prices are competitive, our service exemplary, and our courtesy to customers is known throughout the plains. What are you? I am the voice of the Vault of the Ninth World. I am here to serve you, the customer, and instruct me in what you desire. Apparently they're full up. I thought this was supposed to be a huge storehouse. Well, yes. The head sounds a bit embarrassed. Only we're out of space and there's something a little fishy going on around here and I don't know what. The gist of the matter is this. We don't really accept items from storage anymore. I'd like to claim something. I was looking for a large bag of coins. I'm gonna guess it is 2,112 coins. Okay. Is this place really as big as the world? No, it's just a marketing exaggeration. There's a lot of space here, but not that much. Alright. Please return. Yeah, I'll bet. Can I talk to these people? What is? You see a hulking man, dull-faced and slack jaws. His muscle, however, are truly set to behold. He regards you sadly with dead eyes. Whoa? Who are you? No, talk me. Talk Lena. Alright. Lena. You see a middle-aged woman, her face care-lined and compassionate. She looks like she's led a hard life. Can I help you with something, stranger? Who are you? I'm Lena. I supervise these other two. She was a hand at her companions. What it is you do here? This is a storehouse. I'm the supervisor. Things get stored here, things get taken out of here. She shrugs. Not much to tell, really. Okay. Alright. I'm sure we'll have to come and gather something from it at some point. But not right now, I think. Where's the...
Done.
I'm sure we'll have to figure out a way into the siege tower. Scofflaw pen. Or... yeah, scofflaw pen. You see a thin, stooped man hunched over a desk, scribbling on a piece of paper. His hair is thinning and drab, drawn back into a ponytail, and thin spectacles adorn his hooked nose. His age could be anywhere from his early 20s to his late 40s. He doesn't look up as he speaks to you. What do you want? Make it quick. What do you do here? It looks sharply at you, seizing this scritching of his pen. Are you totally dim? It's a printing shop. I print things here. Look around you. I print. What do you print? Books, pamphlets, handbills, words, letters, whatever. Gimmons. I don't do racy prints, and I won't fulfill any perversions you might want, nor do I care to ask. I have a few questions. Do you have to do with work? Well, no. Then you're wasting your time and mine. Good day. He turns down to his desk. Don't you ignore me. What the? Okay, apparently he waved us out of the shop. So it looks like we probably have done everything we could in the lower ward.
Alright.
Let's maybe look in this bottom left corner, see if we missed anything. But... we need to go to the fest hall to find the hag puzzle well. And that seems to be our next main quest. Oh, this guy's named Byron Pickett. You see a well-dressed middle-aged man who seems to be scanning the crowd with a practiced eye. He notices you approach and gives you a quick one-so. Greetings. He smiles at you and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I am Byron Pickett, moneylender. May I help you? Moneylender? He nods again. Yes, I cater to the needs of merchants. Want to start a business? Keep one afloat that's down on its luck? Or perhaps expand a business? In either case, you come to me for the funds. It looks you up and down. I doubt that you're a merchant, sir, so what can I do for you? Alright. Lower ward townsperson. Kina. I don't think I talked to her, right? This woman has a yellow cast skin and severe features. Tattoos cover her body and she wears a long blade at her side. Her eyes are like two small black pearls. As you approach her, they follow back on movements. Oh. Shit. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Let's get out of here. Let's quick save and try it again. Yeah, no, this is another one of the Githyanki. Horror. See a middle-aged man wearing dusty clothes. He does not appear to be in the best of health. His skin is pale yellow and you see an occasional pustule among his arms. Greetings. He turns and glances at you from behind hollow hides. His eyes... Sorry, bad reading today. He turns and glances at you from behind hollow eyes. His eyes narrow in suspicion as he continues to glance around. What'd you want? His voice is raspy. I have some questions. He turns attention to you. What are you bothering me for? I look the part of a tout? You seem to be a knowledgeable individual that I can learn from. Besides, what should be wanting to know? Are you feeling alright? Nothing a few years of death won't cure. He coughs up and looks up. It's been getting worse in the world of late. I reckon it should level out once the great foundry settles, or a wind blows from the spire. Tell me about the foundry. Sent out the ward, pretty much. Look for the stacks. Them Gotsmen make a bunch of things out of iron. Nothing fancy, but they work. And add to the bad air, too. Said something about the winds earlier. At time winds blow in from Sigil Spire drive the smog out. He glances up and coughs. For a while. I want to be a better warrior. Can you help me better my skills? Can you teach me how to use axes? Alright, I don't know what that did, but... Oh, so I guess this is the foundry, huh? This area that we can get into. You see a Godsman guard. You see a burly, bored-looking guard. Sit your business, please. What is this place? You're in front of the Great Foundry, home of the Believers of the Source. What is the Great Foundry? Aside from being home to the Believers of the Source, it is also one of the largest foundries known to mortal existence. Much traffic passes through these gates. We take orders from all across the plains. Currently, we are not accepting any further orders as most of our craftsmen are either working on a new project or are commissioned for the next several months on smaller orders. What this means in practical terms is that you're not getting in unless you have a receipt for work to pick up or have urgent business inside. Alright. I'm sure they will let us in once we have something to do, but not right now. We finally get to, like, fast travel or something? Looks like it. Clerk's Ward. Travel.
I'm gone.
Sure, that's up to you, Mall Manor. This thin, sharp-faced man rushes towards you, calling for your attention. Ah, sir, but a moment of your time. Were you perchance here to visit the tailor? The man breaks in. I ask, sir, because I seem to have, offended the man. I'd commissioned the hot-blooded fool to make me a costume, but he's thrown me out of his shop and will not speak to me now. So, the man suddenly balls his fist and shakes them at the sky. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Nothing, I say. I was a patron. It was his duty to serve me, that churlish buffoon. What did you want from me? Eh? He focuses on you again. Oh, yes, you. Could I beg of you to enter the place and fetch my costume for me, sir? I have a masquerade to go to, and I have not the time to commission another tailor. I'll do it, but not for free. Yo, what? For the power's sake, man, you're just fetching a costume. It won't take but a moment of your time. Certainly don't think such a meager act is worth of age, sir. And it's not worth my time. Farewell. Wait! He says loudly. 10 copper commons, then, for an errand that will take mere minutes, is that... What, will that suit you, sir? Yes, give me the money and I'll fetch you the costume. He hands you the coins, muttering all the while. 'Tis the long building, just there. He points to a long, low structure. North and east of the gate to Lower Ward. Please make haste.
Updated my journal.
Does he mean literally the one that's right behind him? Yeah.
Done.
Goncalves. The short, heavy-set, middle-aged man is wearing clothes that seem to be spun of glittering gold. In his hands he holds a bolt of cloth strung taut across a wooden frame. He's currently embroidering some pattern onto the fabric. Greetings. The man doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. He continues to work at his embroidery, muttering under his breath. As he soothes, shimmering motes of light seem to sparkle and drop from the tip of the needle. Good sir, did you hear me? The man does not look up from his work, frowning distastefully as he answers you. Yes, and I am certain that what you need is truly quite urgent. Now if you could be silent for just a moment. Wait. At last he sets down the embroidery and looks up at you. Before he can speak, however, he suddenly picks up another item and sets to work on it. Again, as he works, what looks to be tiny colored sparkles drip from the fabric. Wait some more. He finally finishes his work, setting it down to examine you. Greetings, I am Goncalves. Now what was it you were here to see me about? I had questions. Up to some about garments and the like. I shall answer anything not concerning myself or the store, you know? I want to pick up a dustman's costume. You're in luck, sir, and I happen to have one available. Its cost is 30 copper commons. I'll take it. Here you are, sir. I would warn you, though, if this is for the upcoming masquerade of Lord Erd, many folk are already attending as dustmen. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. What were the slides while you were embroidering? That? Nothing, sir, but a bit of the art, which I at times weave into fabric when the fancy strikes me. Those items which I lavish enchantments upon are my most special creations and are rarely sold. What sort of magical clothes do you have available? Goncalves looks at you, frowning. None that would fit you, that is for certain. Show me what you have to offer all the same. Expensive. Yeah, it's so expensive that I don't have the money for it. This is the changing room? Yeah. You know what, I'm gonna keep the costume, just in case somebody else... So, just in case I have to actually go to that ball. To under sigil. This large red-armored figure is sitting in place, apparently guarding the stairs beside him. He dimly recalled that his ornate armor marks him as an official of Harmonium, one who provides law enforcement for the city. Greetings. The man casually motions back toward the street. Move along, sir. What are you doing here? He points to the stairs behind him, which look to descend straight beneath the city. Guiding the stairway, sir. Why? Where does it lead? To the realm below. Seeing your expression, he continues. Under sigil, you may have heard it called. Any reason you're keeping people from entering the place? He chuckles softly, the plates of his armor rattling with a movement. I'm watching for anything that comes out, sir. Things that don't belong in sigil proper. Certain things are down there. Don't concern yourself with it. He regards you curiously for a moment. You're considering going down there, aren't you? Well, be most cautious. Rumors about the worst sorts of creatures living down below. Okay. I need to explore that just yet. Sarhava visual. Sarhava visual. The smell of alcohol wafts heavily from this young woman, and despite her dark skin, you can see that her face, beautiful but cruel looking, is flushed. She is slender but well-muscled, adorned in exotic jewelry and translucent silk clothing. Numerous scars crisscross her thighs and forearms. They look to be from battle wounds. Greetings. Well, what have we here? A little tiefling gutter queen come crawling out of the hive? The woman pats, ducking as one would to a small child. Are you lost, little tiefling? Oh, look, it has a tail. How cute. Anna flushes, and with a snarl, blades sprout from her fists. Now, fiendkin, don't do that. The woman seems unconcerned as Anna draws her weapons and clucks disapprovingly with her tongue. Careful now, or I'll remove that tail of yours and feed it to my dogs. Let Anna handle it. You have a sharp tongue and ye, wee lass. Anna spits and sharpens her blade against each other. I wonder how sweet your tacky jewels and harlot clothes will look on when you're dead in the street. Anna, wait. You filthy spawn of the lower plains. A bitch bastard that not even Tanari would keep in pen. She draws her blade. Sheet that blade, girl, sheet it in your body. What foul thing gave birth to you, sirrah? She grimaces in disgust and laughs harshly. And such a stench. Be you one of Dad's bastards? You notice a curved long knife hanging at her hip. Her hands rest loosely upon its pommel. Morte. Want me to slap this Barbie chit down, chief? No, Morte, I'll handle this. Oh, this F2C. So tell me, Sarah, is it that you stink like the hive's gutters, or do the gutters stink like you? Adana, is that you? I love your addled ways, chief. The woman blinks at you in surprise. I told you, Adana, I never loved you and I never shall. What little pleasure you might have given me wasn't worth the agony of your presence. Now leave me be. She listens for a moment confused, then snarls and makes a draw her weapon. Call for the guards. She gasps in shock. You fool, are you mad? The guards would never take your word over me. You're obviously drunk, and those guards mark you as the fighting sort. You might probably have a reputation for this sort of thing already. I think they just might. She stares hard at you, grinding her teeth. Let's drop the whole matter then and be our separate ways. Agreed, you've already wasted enough of my time. Farewell. Salabesh the Onyx. This tall, thin man, dressed in heavy crimson robes, has sharp, pinched features. He bows regally as you approach him. I am Salabesh, often called Salabesh the Onyx, future mage tutor for the Civic Fest Hall. You've business with me, I take it? No, just some questions. About what, Not the word and the like, I hope. Plenty of more common folk could answer such questions, and I'll just as soon direct you to one of them. Why do you call you the Onyx? A long tale which I'll shorten to save my breath. In my youth, I was once called Salabesh the Golden, for I was said to have a heart of gold. Small, hard, and yellow. Well, I cursed the fool who stared to that, so that he could only speak from his arse and defecate through his mouth. The Onyx appellation, along the same lines as the Golden, admittedly somewhat less clever, soon followed. In any case, I'm a much kinder fellow now, far less prone to laying curses and the like. I'm not certain if I deserve the name any longer. You've cursed on him, so... that what? Oh, yes, you heard right. Salabesh sighs happily and clucks to himself. That sort of thing is why I'm known as the master of curses, you know? Do you know of a cursed man called Reek?
Updated my journal.
Reek? Salabesh eyebrows suddenly dart up. Oh, yes! Jumble Murder Sense cursed that man, if I recall correctly. Why? Seeking to get his curse undone? Good luck. Only Jumble can do that, you know. Where would I found this Jumble Murder Sense? Within the Civic Fast Hall, I suppose. A short, portly fellow with a leering smile. Never speaks, so you'll be hard-pressed to get anything out of him. What do you mean by future mage tutor of the Fest Hall?
Updated my journal.
It's a prestigious position to be an official tutor in one of the Fest Hall's training chambers. It's my intention to one day take the position of the mage's tutor, but the title is currently in possession of Lady Thorncool. If only I could somehow prove that I'd be a superior tutor. Is that the woman? No. This is the Civic Fest Hall. Old poet. Kind of looky old man spares you only the briefest of glances before returning to recitation. Heckle him. You heckle and jeer at the poet, making fun of his style of verse, appearance, and postulated home life. You draw a handful of annoying glances and a brief, angry stare from the poet himself, but nothing more. Eli Havelock. This narrow-eyed, sharp-faced man is scanning his surroundings with a look of vague disinterest, pausing occasionally to look down and pick at his fingernails. Despite being clothed in silk and velvet finery, he manages to look unsavory and more than a little dangerous. Greetings. The man looks your way. His eyes are dark slits like narrow stab wounds beneath his brow. His voice is low and gruff despite his slender build. Pike off. Not yet, I had some questions. You think I'd wander the ward looking for strangers to spill dark for? Now pike off. Why are you here then? To be surly with passerby? Heh. He stands quietly for a moment, then breaks a crooked smile. That's good, Dad. He considers you for a moment. I'm a tutor at the Civic Fest Hall. Name's Havelock, Eli Havelock. As a veteran scout, I teach the art of subterfuge. You mean thievery? His lips curl in a disgusting sneer. Thieves and thievery, it always is. 5 tours I spent as a reconnaissance operative in the War of Lies. Scout is my title, Scout. I teach the ways of stealth and spycraft, not common thievery. Oh, okay. I don't want to be a thief. Jolme's messenger. A slender young man approaches you, wearing a somewhat worried expression. 1,000 pardons, sir, but I'm looking for a certain man, and I think you might be able to help me. Oh, how so? I'm a messenger, sir, who seeks a man I'd said cannot die. A scarred man for whom death is nothing but the most trivial of annoyances. You match the admittedly vague description I was given, sir, and I'd wonder if you were he. Yeah, that's me. He nods and bows deeply to you. A message for you, then, sir. Mistress Jolme of the House Surma, a lady of high standing, has sent me. Mistress Jolme would meet you at the Civic Fest Hall where she would make a proposal, of which I know nothing, to you. Should you choose to seek her out, she wears grid silks trimmed with gold and has hair the color of blue steel. That's the extent of my message, sir. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Oh, this is a brothel. The brothel of slating intellectual lusts. Anything else further south? None of them are... these are just actors. I'm not gonna steal their coins. Citizens, performing artists, harlots. Curiosity shop. I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep exploring this area and then enter the Civic Fest Hall, and we're going to call it there. Rishika. The sharp-featured woman's appearance is attractive though somewhat disturbing, with her blue-black skin and bright yellow eyes. As she examines you, a small pair of bat-like wings unfold from her back then seemed to settle back into her skin. Well, well, a floating disembodied, prevaricating skull. She narrows her eyes. You're the scarred man who's been going around asking all the questions. She looks you up and down. You sure look lost. Do you want to come in, really, or are you just casing the place because you have nothing better to do? Because Rishika, she indicates herself, can help you. How can you help? I travel and trade extensively. I hear a great deal. I purchase a great deal and I own a great deal. Perhaps I can make you a great deal. Is there anything that you desire? Only answers to some questions. I'll entertain any questions about the merchandise, but I'm not going to be drawn into one of your famous 20 questions about anything around this fire. Understood? Oh, that's funny. What do you mean by calling Morte prevaricating? Prevaricating, misrepresenting, perjuring, simulating, lying. Oh, did I say that? I'd mean a floating, disembodied, pontificating skull. As in dogmatic. Always stating an opinion in a self-important manner. Think about this place, at least. What you see within the shop is the result of much trading and traveling across the plains. She makes a sweeping gesture of the shop. Weapons, charms, and other specialty items are for sale here, as well as everything is rare and oh so exquisite feels this important. Your needs, I sate them. See what she has. Weapons. Ooh. Permanent +1 constitution. Oh, it looks like Modrons will be a new party member. Wait, are these... Yeah, you literally get a new companion for this, don't you? Travel to the plane of Shale in search of the lost work of Forrester, a powerful sorcerer who once ruled an empire. To stumble across one of his lost work, a hive of vicious creatures called the Thrallons. Alright, so let me save. Oh, okay, I know.
All right.
They're not fallen companions, they're just like monsters that I can summon. Okay. Not as interesting. Oh. So these are the exotic items. Let's look at the Fiend's Tongue. You examine what appears to be a tongue floating in a jar of brine. Vrishika frowns at it. This is a Fiend's Tongue. A Cornugon's, I think. But who really knows? It's said that placed in the mouth of any living thing, it will give the ability of speech even if there was none before. I'm selling this oddity for only 66 copper should you want it. The Gorgon Salve. Examine a bottle labeled as Gorgon Salve. Vrishika holds it up for you. I traded for this with some sword-slinging prime wonder. Perseus, I think, was his name. Smeared onto the surface of any being turned into stone, it will revert them to flesh. Only 100 copper commons. A bargain considering how handy it might come in should you ever find a friend of yours transmuted to rock. Metallic club figurine. You examine a small metal replica of a cube-like creature with huge eyes on one of its faces. The toy has lost 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 folding wings, and at least 18 points of articulation. Rishika smiles as you pick it up. A collector's item, perhaps, or a piece of artwork, who knows, but I like it. If you do buy it, ask around. Someone might know more about it than I. You can have it for only 1,500 copper coins. No. Monster jug. You examine a plain-looking jug. Despite its common appearance, you feel reluctant to touch the thing, as if it might bite you. Rishika watches you, chuckling, and shrugs. It's a jug. It's got some sort of monster trapped in it. That's when your hair's sprinkling up like that. If you'd like it, it's only 123 copper. Look to the front of the store. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff here, huh? Baby oil. Oh, Jesus. It's oil made out of babies. So we literally cannot buy it. Chocolate Quasit. Twisted implant creature sculpted out of pure milk chocolate. Imported from the lower plains. These are rare, you know, and quite prized by lovers of chocolate and confections. It's a real Quasit, a Finnish familiar, polymorphed into chocolate by powerful sorcery. Codex of the Inconceivable. This, who's Rishika, is the Codex of the Inconceivable. I only say that it's just... Well, I cannot explain it. Mere words simply won't suffice. You can own it yourself for a mere 1,000 copper commons, and believe me, it is well worth it. Devasteers. These were collected from a Deva who was captured during a Blood War skirmish. The fiend tormented the imprisoned angel for eons before he at last escaped. The small bottle holds the 12 tears he shed in that time. Elixir of Horrific Separation. Examine a bottle labeled as horrific separation. Vrishika presents it to you. The stuff was compounded by a scholar who found she possessed a darker half, a side of her which took control at times and bade her do awful things. The potion was to have split the darker half away from her, creating 2 separate beings. Mercy killers, however, found and executed her for a string of depraved murders before she could use it. Oh, accidentally meant to hit 2.
All right.
Exotic. Let's look towards the back. Straight lens. You examine a stained ground glass lens the width of your hand held in brushed steel ring. A small geared protrusion coming off the ring makes it look as if the lens should attach to some sort of clockwork machine, and it smells faintly of horrible perfume. Vrishika holds it up for you. I have no idea what this really is, but it radiates fairly powerful magic. An old soldier named Gissis brought it up to me from a lower plane battlefield. He had murdered his own men in order to escape his tour of duty there, and brought me a number of interesting items it collected over the course of the campaign. I've kept it most as a conversation piece, though you may have it for 149 copper points. Yevra's Ring. This is Yevra's Ring of almost invisibility. It's making her invisible. Well, almost. What? Rune-covered ale-stein. An ale mug of unusual manufacture which keeps its contents, usually beer of course, icy cold, whatever the surroundings temperature. 299 copper commons, and you'll throw the frostiest ale you ever had outside the power plane of ice. Tattered Ragdoll. The years have not been kind to this tiny ragdoll. It is coming apart at the seams, and it looks like its threads are unraveling. It is obviously intended to be a replica of the Lady of Pain, but the button eyes and its plush softness don't strike much fear into your heart. Vrishika holds it up for you. This was found in a well-trapped strongbox sunk deep beneath the surface of Sigil. It was part of a small hoard of treasure and forbidden magical text, though I don't know what it's for. If you like it, it's only 99 copper coins. I don't know, it all looks like fake magic items to me, so...
I'm gone.
Maybe there's one that will be useful or needed, but at this time, We're gonna keep exploring. What's in the tent?
All right.
Nothing, it seems. Somebody shining your boots.
I'm gone.
Namel. This tall, slender woman sipping wine from a small ceramic cup appears to be looking for someone. Her facial features are elegantly exotic, and the woman's ears, though partially covered by her long hair, can be seen to come to sharp points. Greetings. The woman turns to face you, violet eyes flashing like flawless strips of amethyst. Her speech is as music. You can hear a faint musical tinkling, 100 tiny crystal bells as she speaks. Each word lingers in your ears as if they were unwilling to relinquish the exquisite sound. Namel turned to face the scarred-door stranger. She asked what he wished of her. Wow. Ha! sneers at Morte. Stop your drooling, you leering skull. My, what a hot-blooded little shit. Stare for attention? I could drool over you too if you're just jealous. Morte starts floating towards Anna, making wet slavering noises. Get her hair's right closer, skull, and I'll see that none of your chattering teeth lies within 100 paces of another. Morte stops abruptly, turning away while muttering intelligently. Are you looking for someone? Where could she be? Namel wondered. Her companion, Aelwyn, was supposed to have met her here days ago. No one sighs miserably. The air around her grows chilled with her sadness. How long must she search this vast foreign city before she finds her dearest friend? I can help find your friend. What does she look like? Namel clasped her hands together and buzzed her head to you. She would be so pleased to hear news of her friend. She told the kind stranger what Aelwyn looked like so that he would know her should he come across her. An image forms in your mind. A woman resembles Namel, but with golden eyes and hair of fiery crimson.
Updated my journal.
Okay. Are you a named NPC? Diligence. This older, stern-looking woman is clearly on her way somewhere. When she notices your approach, she studies you with a disapproving, tentative frown. Greetings. The woman nods curtly, speaking in a tone cold as ice. Yes, what is it? And what's your worth for diligence, first magistrate of the word? Something troubling about my appearance? I should most certainly think so. Should the apparel regulation act be passed, people of your sort won't be permitted to traipse around such a manner, half naked and filthy as you are. I'm quite clean, begging your pardon, and meaning no disrespect, madam, some cultures might find your clothes offensive. She examined you skeptically for a moment, then nods. Your point is well taken, sir. Still, though, you cannot deny you're a rather rough-looking sort of fellow. My appearance is merely a product of my environment, madam, and a difficult life. I shouldn't be held accountable for that. Oh, but you should! How easy is it for one to blame one's life, one's surroundings for their every failing? I can see by your manners you are well-educated, sir, yet you appear to insist upon a lifestyle of wandering and senseless violence. Why not settle in Sigil, become a contributing citizen rather than some bloody-handed nomad in the streets? The choice is out of my hands, I assure you. Oh, how so? Tell her your story, what you know of it. You finish telling you her story. Diligence looks shocked. That is quite a tale, sir. Were it only a tale, madam, it is my life and I have the scars to prove it, as you know the one we first met, I believe. Yes, quite so. She smiles sadly. He had begun to wonder if she was even capable of such a thing. I wish you luck, sir, in your undertakings. May you find yourself once more. Thanks, I did have some questions. She shakes her head. I'm afraid I'm a busy woman, sir. My position as fourth magistrate leaves me little time with which to answer your questions. I'm sure another citizen could help you, however. Farewell, then, Lady Diligence. Well, that was a big load of nothing. Let's go check out this, like, art gallery or whatever.
All right.
This painting depicts a shore scene with a wide reddish-orange sun setting behind the peninsula or large jetty. The scene, though unoriginal, is breathtaking. The play of the fading daylight across water is captured perfectly, but staring at this painted sun for any length of time makes your eyes ache. A placard reads, Surface of Talasia. Touch the painting. Okay. This painting shows an enormous granite keep, a hideous thing, long and low, covered in leering gargoyles, suspended in what looks like to be the night sky. A cloud of crimson and violet vapor whirls in the background along the right side of the painting. The placard reads simply, The Library. The hundreds of chips of translucent green glass which make up the stained glass window don't appear to be held together by anything, but rather remain free-floating and mysteriously suspended within the iron frame's boundaries. The shards ripple and move in slow waves, causing bizarre patterns to fluctuate across the window's surface as various portions of it refract the Galleria's light in different directions. A small placard beside the window reads, Arcadian Stained Glass Window. Touch the glass. Punch the glass. Oh, the glass may as well be sheet iron. This painting is a dark cityscape, a faraway view of some giant center civilization being burned under the ground. The streets of the place are empty, however, absent of soldier, refugees, and even corpses. A placard reads, The Folly of Udo. This looks to be a subterranean landscape, a massive cavern interior filled with the colorful, faintly luminescent, gigantic fungi. The placard reads, Veil beneath Clengeddon. This is a portrait of a grotesque, hook-nosed old crone. The hag's flesh is a sickly blue-gray color. Her eyes glow red like the embers of a dying fire. Her chin, long and sharp, juts forward in an extreme underbite. Two yellowed canines protrude upward from her lower jaw, like small tusks. The smile upon her withered purplish lips speak of a horrible secret. The placard reads, Grey Hag of Oinus. As you begin to turn away from the painting, something in it draws your attention. A strange tingling sensation arises in the back of your mind, a memory beginning to surface. This is exactly what I was hoping would happen. You recall standing confused in a maze of briars. The hideous crone from the painting is before you, cackling wildly. You grit your teeth in frustration, wondering why she's laughing at you. My poor dear lovely man-thing, she croons. Why, that was your first wish. She points a single bony clawed finger at your forehead. Your temples begin to throb painfully and you can remember nothing more. The statue looks like it's about to make some angry proclamation. The sculpture has captured the essence of the fury magnificently. The chiseled tension lines around the neck and forehead alone must have taken many long months to get correct. Fine cracks run over the entire statue, and there is a plaque attached to its base. The plaque reads, The statue is believed to be the final fate of the Etersarian sorcerer Gangroi Gaiden. Attacked by the conclave of rebel sorcerers at the height of his dream madness, he was imprisoned with a spell to turn his flesh into stone. Gangroi Gaiden is said to have been frozen with a final awful curse still upon his lips, a curse so terrible it was never meant to be spoken by the lips of a living man. You carefully examine the cracks that run like a network of fine black veins along the statue's surface. At one point near its inner arm is a section where an entire splinter of stone looks ready to come off. Break the piece up. You reach for the section of the forearm where the cracks have formed, grip it firmly and yank, to no avail. You'll need a hammer to break the stone and a small one. The limited space between the statue's arms and body means a large one, when suitable for combat for instance, won't work. The surface of this painting, a wild collage of vivid colors, ripples constantly as if it were the surface of a pond during a light rain. The placard reads, Wave Motion Study Number 7. There's a ruby statuette. No placard. Massive horn of beaten lead wound wound with brazen chains. The horn is horribly mangled, as if some tremendous force had crushed it. Jagged blades protruded along its length, almost as if they were meant to be used as a club by a gigantic creature as well as a battle horn. Placard mounted beneath the horn reads, Cleansing Horn of Acheron. You cannot blow the horn. Nothing much. Doesn't look like anything. Alright, let's talk to the creator. Ivana. Before you is a well-dressed elderly woman in a gown of peach-collared and golden thread. She stands quietly, her hands folded together primly, and nods in your direction. It is then that you notice she has no pupils. Her eyes are entirely white. Greetings, sir. I am Ivana. Welcome to my galleria. Feel free to look about, spending as much time here as you like. Should you have questions regarding any of the pieces, do not hesitate to ask me of them. I had some questions. One moment, sir. Your voice. It is heavy with age and wounds. Would you be so kind as to permit me to touch your face? Yes, go ahead. Ivana smiles, gently running her whole hands over the skin of your face. She frowns, looking slightly puzzled. So many scars, both old and new. They seem to... She touches the side of your throat, flushes, then pulls away. Pardon me, sir. I was curious to see how far they went. It's fine, and they're everywhere. My whole body is scarred. I had some questions. I had a question about one of the pieces. The stained glass window. The stained glass window found hovering on the third layer of Arcadia 32 years ago, foretelling a scene that had yet to occur. When the event came to pass, the images faded to leave what you saw behind. It is believed to have captured both the light and darkness from the orb of night and day on Arcadia, and slowly release it, creating a brief but slow fade of dawning and dusk, but only within the glass itself. Orb of night and day, Arcadia? Arcadia is a plane of peaceful order, also known as the land of perfect good. The Orb of Night and Day is a sphere set in the top of Arcadia's highest peak. Each half emits either light or darkness. The turning of the orb gives Arcadia its day and night. Let me ask about the statue of the Screaming Man. The statue is believed to be the final fate of the Etherserian sorcerer Gangroi Gaiden. Attacked by a conclave of rival sorcerer at the height of his dream madness, he was imprisoned with a spell that turned his flesh into stone. Gangroi Gaiden is said to have been frozen with a final awful curse still upon his lips, a curse so terrible that it was never meant to be spoken by the lips of a living man. It said that the fury of the curse was enough to blister the flesh from the bones of those that hear it, and they could even shatter the stones themselves. Battlelord of Acheron. Ah, the cleansing horn. A horn of beaten lead, metal drawn directly from the cube of Acheron. It is said that the cleansing horns last sounded when the companies of the Jackal and the Gouged-Eye clans met for the last battle of the disputed lands. Legend tells us that the horn's power was used near the battle's end to draw the floating cubes together, crushing the routing company of Jackal before it could escape. Let's talk about the painting of the Grey Hag. This is said to be a portrait of Ravel Puzzlewell, very likely the most evil hag ever to have terrorized the Grey Waste and beyond. What do you know of her? She's a night hag, one of the eldest Grey Sisters of the Wastes, who came to Sigil many centuries ago to pursue arcane experiments. It was believed that these experiments were against the lady's will, and that Ravel was thus banished from Sigil, imprisoned within one of the lady's mazes in the ethereal, where her body rests to this very day. Ravel was said to have been a master of riddles and puzzles, but it was believed that one riddle, one question in particular, was said to have plagued the ancient night hag. What can change the nature of a man? She issued a challenge to any who were interested. She promised to instruct any who came to her in her craft, if they could only answer the question to her satisfaction. If they could not, they consented to be her next meal. Many died coveting Ravel's teaching, and it is believed that until her final hours in Sigil, Ravel never discovered the answer to her question. Ravel's crime was believed to be some means of trying to shatter the cage, trying to crack open Sigil itself for some unknown reason. Ivana sighs. This is all I know of her. Where can I find work here? Okay. That's probably it. We got information about the hag and the memory. Oh, there's an apothecary.
All right.
And there's a linguist. You see, this is Pestle Kiln. You see a wall-eyed fellow whose skin seems to writhe and ripple across his entire body. He's smacking his chapped lips with a blotched tongue. As you watch, his right eye moves independently of the left, focusing on you. A second later, the left one flicks to look your way, then reverts to its original position. The red eye blinks. A strange gurgling comes from his throat. Greetings. The man gives a lopsided grin and points at himself with his right thumb. Pestle, I'm called. The alchemist. He points at himself again, this time with his left index finger. The name's Kiln. Need you something? Oh, you alright? I am. His throat convulses for a moment, then relaxes. A large green glowing pustule suddenly bursts from the side of his neck. Something you needed then, sir? His throat clenches again, and a wave of quivering flesh swallows the blistering green pus back beneath the skin of his throat. He coughs violently for a moment, then seems to relax. Phew. May I ask what happened to you? The left eye rolls upward in exasperation. The red eye looks askance. Too much to drink. Too much of what, Bill? Perhaps potions I drank. Too many potions. Gah! His mouth slides down beneath his chin. His left nostril forms another one. The most I ever drank, that's for certain. Of polymorphing they were, and brewed in limbo. Anything I could do to help? The men's eyes turn inwards, look at each other, then back to you. Dunno. He shudders. The mouth below his chin moves up the envelope to one of the nostril form. This sort of thing happens quite often. We can't seem to help but sample the stock. If you find a way to help, the two of us would be grateful, sir. Half his mouth curves downwards into a frown. He shakes his head. Work in the stockroom all day, I do. Gah! He shudders violently. Suddenly, a third eye pops open over the bridge of his nose. The left one shifts sideways as the new eye takes its place. I speak only of the store, sir. That said, the skin of his face seems to eat the new eye, and the left one returns to the old location. I don't know if that counts as a... So he sells charms and the like. Oh, you know what? Okay. Let's try doing this.
Done.
Good crunch for this particular episode. See, there was a point to us raiding all of those exotic curio. Now the downside is just we have to find out which one it was. Yes, exotic. I think it was in the back of the store. There we go, 5. Alright.
I'm gone.
Is it probably bogus? Yes, but that seems very specific for this thing we're trying to do.
I'm gone.
Look at this elixir horrific separation. You think that'd help you? Both his eyes suddenly snap to a small ball in your hands. He nods, smacking his lips. Here you are, then. Pestle Kiln takes the bottle in both his hands and places it beneath the counter. His left eye focuses on you, while his right eye and hand concentrate on scribbling furiously on the countertop. We can use this to make something that'll fix us up. Right on up. Then if you'll give us a moment, when we've got all worked out, we'll make you some healing stuffs for a reward. Alright. Well, hey. Kiln. The spin face closely resemble pestle kilns, though without the crawling skin and constant subtle mutations. Greeting again. The name's Kiln. Need you something? I was hoping to get some healing concoctions. Have you attacked the pestle yet? He's the one that'll handle that for you. Pestle. Oh, here. I was hoping to get some healing concoction. Yours, of course, your reward. Let's see now. I'd manufacture them for you for nothing, of course, but I'll need the proper ingredients. An Oni's heart or powdered hematite, the hair of a deva, or a thread from an Asimon robe, or the blood of a regenerating creature such as a troll, or... Actually, my wounds heal very quickly. Pestle raises an eyebrow. Do they now? Well then, your own blood just might do. Here, give me a sample if you would. After drawing a small quantity of your blood and retreating to the back of the store, Pestle returns with a number of what appear to be hardened drops of blood. Placed upon one's tongue, these clot charms will heal existing wounds and aid in the prevention of new ones for a time. Thanks. We get some...
All right.
I don't know what we got, but hey. We did a good thing, I guess. Oh. Aelwyn. The stalls... Oh, this is her. Aelwyn, your friend Nameless is looking for you.
Updated my journal.
She begins to smile, but then covers her mouth with her hand and looks down at her print. Hi, Aelwyn. I am most pleased to hear of Namel. Might I, Aelwyn, persuade you to tell her of this place? Okay, I'll do that for you.
Updated my journal.
She looks at you directly, and for just the briefest of moments before she casts her eye back down to her drink, you sense her wash with a warm, comfortable feeling. Pure happiness. I, Aelwyn, thank you. The way she speaks and what her words do, how? I, Aelwyn, can only say that we come from another place, another world. We're not like the people here, whose words, thoughts, very feelings even, affect nothing directly. I, Aelwyn, take great care so as not to affect those around me too greatly. Namel, she is new here and cannot do so. It is something she must learn should she choose to remain here much longer. But why? There are many reasons. I, Aelwyn, feel it is not right to impose reality upon those without the ability to impose their own reality upon me, Aelwyn. Is there anything you can do by simply speaking of it? Alright, apparently she's preventing me from asking her any more questions, but
Yeah, let's sample a little poodle,
we've gotten this done, so we can go find her. That's alright, yeah. I found Aelwyn, she was looking for you too.
Updated my journal.
Namel's lips form a perfect smile, and infectious happiness radiates from her, clinging to you like sweet-smelling warmth. Namel was overjoyed to hear her friend. Was Aelwyn close by? She's at another cafe east of here, across this part of the ward. Namel thanked the man for his wondrous news. Soon she would go to visit her oldest friend, Aelwyn. Now, though, she would reward the stranger. She would draw the stranger close, laying her hand upon his chest and kissing the pale, leathery skin of his cheek. Life would flow into him, invigorating him. This, then, was to be his reward. As you wait, there is a lightning sensation upon your cheek and chest. The feeling spreads across the whole of your body and you begin to feel stronger, more animated. Alright. The Advocate's home.
I'm gone.
Advocate. This man is dressed in soft blue robes covered with intricate designs. Despite their opulence, however, the robes look wrinkled and worn. We place the man's age somewhere between middle age and early 60s. The warrior lines make an exact determination difficult. As you enter, the man turns slowly towards you. As he does, you are suddenly struck with a terrible sense that you know this man, or did at one time. Greetings. The man squints as if trying to place you. Yes, is this something I can help you with? Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I am Iannis, said as you and frowns. Were you looking for me? I don't know, what is this place? I am an advocate. These are my offices. Iannis' voice takes an irritated edge. Do you seek counsel? If not, perhaps you best take your curiosity elsewhere. An advocate,
Updated
what's
my
that?
journal.
Morte breaks in a whisper. He's saying he's a lawyer, consular, one of those bergs who rattled their bone boxes into courts. Ayanna's frown deepens. An advocate provides counsel, helps others navigate the labyrinths of Siegel's legal system, arranges legacies for citizens to ensure that all property is divided as they chose upon death, defend those in Siegel's court who have been wrongly accused. He pauses. Do you need help in any of those areas? Legacies. There are contracts that are deliverable at the death of the client. They provide specifics on how a person's possessions are to be divided upon the event of their demise. I have also heard them called wills. Are they anything like dustman contracts? Oh my, no. The dustman contracts, when they are deliverable at the time of client's death, bequeath the client's body to the dustman. Not a pleasant business at all, but some who are poor above means find the dustman contract by means of support. How will one go about invalidating a dustman's contract?
Updated my journal.
He frowned slightly. One that is already signed? Little or nothing can be done once the signature is in place. The dustman contract is quite specific on the destination of the corpse after death. Without the destruction of the contract, there is really nothing that could be done. I see. Do I have anything for this information? Thank you, I'm grateful. Something else? Excuse me for asking, but are you alright? You must excuse me. As of late, I have been beset by troubles. I'm afraid it has been rather trying times these past few years. Anything I could help with? No, there is little that can be done. Nevertheless, I appreciate your offer. Thank you. What troubles have you had? Yeah, Ayanna sighs. I do not wish to burden you. I lost my daughter not long ago. There was also the fire, but it is another matter. Tell me about your daughter. Instantly, Ayanna seems to collapse into himself. Yes. His businesslike facade drains from his face to be replaced with cold despair. My daughter, Dionara, passed away some time ago. Oh boy. Tell me about her. What was she like? Dionara, she was young. She had recently joined the Society of Sensation, the Sensates. They had an unpleasant faction, but she had also met someone there. She followed him on a journey, and there she died. Her body... I was not able to recover her body. I saw a woman by the name interned in the mortuary memorial.
Updated my journal.
Hall. Yes, I arranged for a bier to be placed in the memorial hall. There is no body there, of course, but I'd hoped the bier would serve as a marker by which she may find her way home. It worked. Her spirit resides there now. What? What did you just say? Spirits reside in there in the memorial hall. You'd best be speaking figuratively. Ayanna looks fierce. If so, then I have no time for your wordplay. No, my words are literal. She has become a spirit? Yes. I will have to seek her out, see if I can communicate with her. See what she has kept her here, her state. I knew she's become a spirit. I caught a glimpse of the spectral form by her bier in the mortuary. I assumed it was her. I will travel there as soon as I'm able to investigate the matter for myself. He nods at you. If your words carry truth, sir, then I'm indebted to you. Tell me again of her. Do you know anything about the man she journeyed with? Which is us. Oops. I barely even knew of his existence until she had departed. By then it was too late to have known him. Do you know where she went on this journey? She never said. I'm not certain she was capable of saying where they had gone. It must have been a terrible place. How did she die? I do not know. Her body was never recovered. Ayanna's face turns blood red and his hands clench into fists. That is perhaps the most maddening part of this misery. I will never know what possessed her to run off like that, what happened to her, nor where her body lies now. You said she was a sensate? Yes. He becomes suddenly more animated, as if warming himself on a precious memory. She had joined them because of her gift, and the fact that there was so much about the multiverse that she wanted to experience. The sensates lend themselves readily to the sharing of experience and sensation.
Updated
Gift?
my journal.
Oh yes, Ayanna nods. My daughter had the blood of an oracle running in her veins, but it was an unreliable talent. At times, she could predict events before they took place. She had sight. She could see through time itself, sift through the threads of fate. How do you know she had died? It is most curious. I went to the Dustmen to see if they'd found her body, and they directed me to one of their faction outside the Dustman monument. The Dustman named Death of Names, I believe. He is said to be an oracle of sorts concerning those who have died. told me my daughter had died. Tell me about the fire. There is nothing much to say about the matter. It was a strange localized fire. I cannot imagine what would have been precious in the documents that were burned, but someone must have wanted them destroyed. Can you tell me what was burned? A number of old legacies were burned, and some mementos and other keepsakes of value only to me. Tell me again about the fire. And like in finding the person responsible? No, neither the Harmonium nor the Mercy Killers have had any fortune locating the person responsible. Alright. Oops. Okay. Guess we're just gonna have to go explore the home of the sensates to figure out what's up with that. Talk to the linguist. Finam the linguist. The short, scholarly man, a tight, nervous frown on his face, looks you up and down. Greetings, I am Finam. I must beg your pardon, sir, but I care little for guests, invited or otherwise, so unless you have business with me, I would ask you to leave. I did have some questions. Okay.
I'm gone.
Aye? Might as well. Got it.
There's just a bracelet. I'm not gonna steal a bracelet.
I'm gone.
Alright, well, he's looking for a book or some shit, but... let's take a look on this side. There might be some other stuff up here. Hello, Brand. This old woman examines you closely with her sharp gray eyes. First your face, then your arms and your various tattoos. Greetings, scarred one. Come to speak with Ella Brand, have you? Come to have your fortune told, mayhap, for a paltry 5 coins? Yeah, sure. Ella Brand places your coins in her belt pouch and takes your hand. She quietly studies your palms, frowning deeply. At long last, she speaks. Some rare folk are what we call fateless, you see. They wander through their lives doing as they see fit, creating their own destinies. You have no fortune to tell, scarred one. None at all. I have nothing to tell you, so here's your coin. Hold on a moment, scarred one. Elbrand reaches out, touching your arm. My mother gave me something once, long ago. A scroll sealed with wax. A hooded man had entrusted it to her and said that a man such as you would one day unwittingly come to claim it. Here, I would have you take it now. What is it? Elbrand shakes her head, frowning. I do not know. She was warned never to read the thing, and I obeyed her request to leave the seal unbroken myself. The man had paid her handsomely to take the scroll, but warned her of the direst consequences should she open it. This is an old, fading, innocuous-looking parchment scroll bound with a single red ribbon and smelling fancy of mildew. The ribbon is held in place with a plain wax seal.
Updated my journal.
The scroll contains a few lines of shaky calligraphy in a strange rune. The calligraphy reads, "This may not kill you, but it will slow you down, I am sure. Stop chasing me, you thieving bastards. It's my body, mine, mine, mine. Now die." What the? The rune suddenly throbs, and the entire scroll begins to dissolve into a stinking black mess. The fluid seeps directly into the flesh of your hands. In seconds, the magical hemotoxin begins to render your blood into black bile. For a moment, you clutch at yourself, howling in agony, and then the pain subsides. You have survived whatever horrible magic was placed upon in the scroll.
I never saw such a big one in all my old days.
Jeez. Didn't do me good, though. That's for sure. Let's take a quick look at the brothel. How are we doing quest-wise? We go back to Mabeth. Looking still for a decanter of endless water. We're a step closer to Reekwind and to learn about the hack.
I'm gone.
Oh, wait. Modron? This is gonna be a party member. The strange cubic creature seems to be as much machine as it is organic. As you approach the thing, it silently stares at you with wide, unblinking eyes. Its face hasn't the slightest trace of emotion on it. Come on, Chief, we're in a building full of some of the sexiest shits at the side of the multiverse, and you're stopping to talk to Modrons? What can you tell me about them, Morte? Morte makes a noise of utter disgust. What is there to say? Annoying little clockwork pests. They're always working to impose law and order upon the multiverse. Not good, mind you. Just law. Let's forget about them and go chat up the ladies, eh? I'm gonna talk to the Mordron. Its voice has a metallic, reverberating quality to it, as if it were more sound played out on some warped musical instrument than true speech. Your greeting is returned. There's a soft click as the creature blinks. An awkward silence hangs in the air between the two of you. Identify yourself to us. I'm not sure who I am. We would know why this is so. I don't know myself, I just can't remember. All things should have a name. All things should be identified. We find your answer unsatisfactory, but it shall have to suffice for the present. The creature pauses and blinks at you. We would identify ourselves as Modrons, Quadrone type, wing variant to the subject. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? No. What are you doing here? What are you observing? We're observing one of the establishment staff. Who are you observing? Yes, but who exactly? Named Delora. Why are you watching her? We have not been informed as to the specific purpose or purposes which result in our being given to present task. The command of our superior pentadrone is sufficient reason to perform said task. As such, the purpose or purposes are irrelevant to us. What can you tell me about this place? The building located in a section of Sigil, commonly known as the Clerk's Ward. We cannot give exact coordinates, so the surface of Sigil changes at intervals we have not determined as of the present. The building itself is known as the Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts. It serves as what may be broadly defined as a language school. The students of the school are primarily females who intend to, at some point we have not determined, and which varies from student to student, become a factotum of the Society of Sensation. The Society of Sensation? We will provide a brief summary as to what the Society of Sensation is defined as. A faction whose core belief is that with experience comes true understanding of the multiverse and its secrets. Delora? Was that her? This dark-haired, pale-skinned woman has a culture-refined look about her. As she turns to you, you note that her eyes, which you had previously thought as gray, are the color of brushed steel. Greetings. The woman's voice is soft and calm and without inflection. It has a certain faraway quality as if somehow not attached to her. Greetings, I am called Delora. May I serve you somehow? In what ways can you serve me, Delora? She blinks her eyes, then touches her hand to her heart, bowing her head slightly. I am able to debate any scholarly or academic matter quite proficiently, if that is your wish. I'm also well versed in various games of strategy, should you wish to play something. So I have the materials for a few such games here. I was hoping for something of a more physical nature. Thora seems neither intrigued nor repulsed, but answers the same flat tone. Then you are mistaken as to the purpose of this establishment. The brothel caters to lusts of the cerebral sort, and not those of the loins. In any case, I can assure you I would make a most unsatisfactory partner. Oh, what would you say that? That is simply my nature. Allow me to show you. She reaches out to touch your arm. Laura runs the back of her hand along your forearm. Her skin is smooth and dry, but cold like chilled iron. The touch sends a shiver down your spine and sets the hairs on your arms on end. Do not trouble yourself to ask who or what I am, for I will only tell you this is simply my nature. I had some questions. Laura casts around the floor with a sound and mind you set aside. I'm willing to serve you as a patron, but I have no wish to answer other questions at the time. My apologies, but I fear you shall simply have to bear with that for the time being. What's wrong? Anything I can help with?
Updated my journal.
She looks up from the floor and into your eyes. Once more, you're struck by the pale smoothness of skin, the cold depths of her silvery eyes. No, I fear not. My troubles are a matter of the heart. In time, I think all things shall be resolved. Are you certain there's nothing I could do? Certain? Throw a positive, as if thinking. No, I am not. My first love, Merman, possesses still the keys to my heart. As long as he has them, I shall be free to love another. This is the cause of my melancholy. Then I'll find this Merman and speak to him on your behalf.
My journal.
Laura nods, the slightest hint of a smile appearing on her lips. She bows her head. Were you to find and speak with Merman, I will be most grateful. He's a member of the Society of Sensation, so you may wish to ask for him at a civic festival. I might as well speak with Juliet, too. This dark-haired young woman is staring listlessly off into space, sighing miserably and occasionally picking at the seams of her green velvet gown. It's difficult to discern whether she's depressed or simply bored. Greetings. She gives you only the briefest of glances before staring off into the distance once more. Greetings, yes, I am named Juliet. How may I? Oh, never don't mind, leave me be, please. She gives an exasperated sigh. What's wrong? Oh, nothing at all. I'll just spend my days gazing into the face of mediocrity, seeing if anything can erase this dreadful, tedious passage. Is your life so tedious? Alas, it is. She sighs, closing her eyes and massaging her temple. Dreadfully boring. Perhaps I could make it less boring for you, my lady. No, 'tis kind of thee to offer, though. I'm already with a man, sir, and I do love him dearly. It's just that I wish... She taps her finger against her chin. Something more of our liaison. There's a problem with the relationship? Yes, there's a problem, she huffs. In that there are no problems to speak of. Our families took the news of our courtship splendidly, his siblings love my siblings, and our friends think our union to be blessed with the powers themselves. All fine and good, but things are going... She frowns. So smoothly. Tis not right to have such a trouble-free courtship. I don't know about that. Dost thou not? Hast thou ever had such a courtship? She glances briefly at you. It would seem that thy life is filled with a variety of problems judging by the pallor of thy skin. I can remember the incursions I have had. The remnants of the ones I have encountered suggest I may have some problems. It's just that all my friends have such interesting relationships, ones fraught with turmoil, feeding families, daggers at one's other back, poison, mad siblings, and irate fathers with large swords. I have a lover whose family loves me and whom the world loves. She sighs again. A great source of annoyance. How I wish I could formulate some way to spice things up. Morte flits close to you, whispering. I feel sorry for her lover. He doesn't know how bad he has it. Shit like this is nothing but trouble. What do you have in mind, Juliet? I'm not sure. Some element of danger or jealousy, something intense. I can pretend to be a jealous suitor if you want. Juliet glances at you and scoffs. Oh, I highly doubt. Actually, the idea does not have half as addled as I first thought. Thou dost certainly look dangerous enough. She looks you in the eye as if upraising a horse. Art thou as rugged and tough as the appearance would indicate? It'll make them any tougher than me, I assure you. Thou shalt do this for me, then? Yes, I'll do it. Excellent. My love Montague may be found within the civic festival, I think.
Updated my journal.
I got a couple more quests. 99 eyes. This petite, attractive young woman is smiling blissfully and humming to herself. Her wide, pale blue eyes seem to constantly drink in her surroundings as she looks about. Greetings. The smiling young woman curtsies gracefully and looks up to you, smiling. Well met, good sir. I'm Nanny. And how are you this fine She suddenly notices your scar and places a gloved hand over her mouth. Oh my, you're hurt! She blinks all over. Morte spins you around, mocking the girl's obviousness. Powers above, Chief. She's right. I never noticed before. You're covered in scars. Yes, I am, and badly. She nods quietly, lowering her hand. I have some questions. Huh? She can seem to terrorize from your scars. Oh, how shameful of me. Don't mind my rude staring. I am named Nenny. She makes a little curtsy. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you to our brothel for this lading of intellectual lusts. She returns to staring at your body. You have tattoos under the scars too. What's that one? She points to one of your tattoos. This one's... looks fascinating. Look at the way the lines of ink. I think that's ink. She squints at the tattoo, then reaches out to touch it. I think that's ink. She traces a finger around the edge of the tattoo. Is it ink? And what a pattern. Look at the way the lines intersect here. She touches the center of the tattoo. That's simply amazing. She purses her lips and frowns in disappointment. I could make it out better if there weren't so many scars. Nothing to be done about the scars, they're permanent. Oh, I'm sorry. Pox on me for mentioning them. She cringes. But I have to know. Are you absolutely sure you're alright? I'm looking at you and I can't help but believe you're not in some pain. I have amnesia, but that's all. Amnesia? Then he blinks and brightens. Loss of memory, you're so lucky. She chimes sparkly. Everything must be so new to her. I care little for it. Really? Why? I don't like losing memories, and death is not a pleasant experience. Huh. Then he furrows her brow, thinking hard. I guess that makes sense. I'm sure I wish I could help. Well, you could answer a question for me. You know anything about Riddle Puzzle World?
Updated my journal.
No, sorry. It's a great name, though, huh? I bet she's really an interesting person. But hey, you should ask Eve about her. Eve collects all kinds of stories. Alright. I still want to keep exploring this, but we're reaching 4 hours, so let me take a quick tour around. But if there's a bunch more rooms with a bunch more patrons and people to talk to. Okay, 1. 2. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot deeper than I originally expected. Can you unlock this for me?
Might as well.
Thank you very much. I guess let's get back to Nameless
I'm
mode.
gone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Done.
Yeah, we got another 4 or 5 NPCs to talk to, so let's just save here, call it for the day. Save, new save, brothel, and I forgot what to call it. Court? Let's go with court. Alright, and that will do it for this episode of our full playthrough of Planescape Torment. Still really enjoying the game, minus the combat. I don't know if getting higher level or getting more spells or things of the sort will help things. I feel like we don't have enough money to buy the equipment, and that sort of hampers our ability to fight. But in any case, thank you for watching. So coming up for the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what your experience was with Planescape Torment in the past. We have now all of our main series running. I hope you've enjoyed the first episode of our 60 Minutes to Sway format. I'm really enjoying that particular format a lot. I hope you keep watching and enjoying, commanding, and engaging with the Life of Timmy series, which is really my pride and joy. Playthroughs of Doom 2, Terra Enigma, and Blood Omen Legacy of Kain happening. Terra Enigma was last week. Blood Omen Legacy of Kain is going to be next week, and then in 2 weeks, it's going to be Doom Conclusion. Very excited about that. I think that's about it. Thank you for watching. This is Nick signing off, reminding everyone to let's keep retro playing together.